Are we recording, yeah? Alright. Alright, hold on. Yeah? That's the energy right there. You know what I mean? We try not to swear as much in the top because YouTube is cutting down and all of that. Do you get what I mean? So we're going to go right in with the energy, with all of that. You know what it is already. This is episode 88. Two fat ladies, 88 of the OnlyMans podcast, yeah? You get me? And our guy Will is still away. You know what I mean? It's like a footballer with an injury in it. It's like, you know, you have them lingering injuries where you feel like you get a bit better, you get a bit of play time, but the physio's like, nah, not yet. Not yet, man. You got to let this rest. You got to let this heal. You got to go through the process. Do you get what I mean? So that's what Will's doing right now. He's just going through the process. You know what I mean? So he will definitely be back with us shortly. Do you get what I mean? But big up to all the people that tune in each and every week. Do you get what I mean? Oh, snap. I haven't put my YouTube on this thing, fam. What the fudge? It's all right. Listen, if you listen to this, you already know the lingo, fam. Make sure you go to YouTube. You type in OnlyMans. That's one word. OnlyMans podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to the stereo page. All of them things there. All of them things there. For anyone who doesn't know, it is me. It is your boy Drizzy Francis, YM, Young Messiah, Lord Smoke, Lord Poseidon, LS7 Stefan, Young Boy from the Grange, whatever you wanna call him. Yeah. And as I said, man, this is episode 88 of the OnlyMans podcast. So, where do I want to start? I have a few things written down. I already feel like taking a break, by the way. I already feel like I'm like, all right, I need 10 minutes. Let's give us something. But nah, it's cool. Snap. Well, okay, I'll start with this, actually. Spoke to Will this week. Had a good long conversation with him, to be fair. We were on the phone for like over an hour and some change. Like, had a good long convo with Will. He's good. He's not in no like terrible situation. He's good. He's just got a few things kind of up in the air at the minute. Let's say that he's got just a few things he's kind of having to deal with that aren't always the easiest. Again, thankfully, it's nothing crazy, but it's still stuff you got to deal with. But managed to speak to him, just obviously get an insight as to how he's doing, just where he's at with things. He sounds like himself, as you always do. Do you get what I mean? Well, not always, but you know what I mean. Like, he sounds like himself. He sounds like he's trying to push on. You know what I mean? He's trying to level up and move. So we definitely can't wait to have Will back. In fact, round of applause for our guy, Will. You know what I mean? But yeah, we spoke about obviously his state of mind. We spoke about just kind of state of the world at the minute, things that have been going on, different stuff, man. Like, it's Will in it is good. One sec. So yeah, that's just to give you guys an update. It's not where's Wally, it's where's Will, fam. So it's where's Wilbert, you know what I mean? So I like to give you guys an update, just so you know that he's doing all right until you see him again next on here. I don't know what I'm gonna start with, man. Start with Aretha Franklin. Alright, let's see. Okay, so there's been a few things online recently, and I actually think it came out and they said that it wasn't actually real. It was like a kind of troll thing, but I think it's interesting to talk about anyway. So, Aretha Franklin, very famous singer from, I don't want to say back in the day, but like, what, 70s, 80s? How long ago was Aretha? Like, yeah, we're going straight to the Googles. Aretha Franklin. Was she active? See, I wanted to say 50s, but I didn't want to age her if she wasn't that old. Because I was thinking in my head 50s, but I didn't feel right. But it says years active from 1954 to 2017. So Aretha Franklin, man, like, she got them ones. But she has a song called Natural Woman. You know how the song goes. You make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. You know the song in it. But there was a bit of a stir, if you will, on social media. One sec. Where they were essentially, I don't want to say coming for Aretha because again she's passed away now, God rest her soul. But there were people coming for the song, basically saying that the song is transphobic, and it's offensive and insulting. And I believe one of the statements was that, quote, there's no such thing as a natural woman. And so the song Natural Woman is demeaning to all the, trans and, people that fall among the different sides of the spectrum of their sexuality and stuff. And, or gender, if you will. And, in the simplest way, and I'm trying not to swear at it, like, but in the simplest way, you can fudge right off. Like, you can go and fudge yourself, like, literally, dog. Like, and again, I think this turned out to be fake, so I'm not going to respond to it like it's a real thing. But the idea and the conceptualization, the reason why I think it's like a good thing to talk about is because people, that could happen. Do you get what I mean? Like, that could actually happen. Like, people could generally be like, we're offended by this song because of this. That's something in the day and age we're in now. Like, that could be a genuine thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, we spoke about this on podcasts before, but I've said, like, how far does this thing go? Like, how far does it stretch? You know what I mean? We spoke about the guy that got, that changed his gender legally to a woman in Ecuador last week. Do you get what I mean? And the whole thing was like the idea of kind of trolling the law system to get around it. And this in itself, again, is almost like a troll type thing. And it's like, I've said this from time, yeah, and this might be problematic, or it might be funny. I don't know. But I've said, yo, if you ever get into like no mad thing, especially if you're a celebrity, like in the entertainment kind of field, if you ever get into no madness, yeah. See, I don't know what to say. Alright. If you ever get into a madness, yeah, just hit that Caitlyn Jenner. Let's hit that Caitlyn Jenner, bro. Like, just, bro, Bruce Jenner, when the person was legally called Bruce Jenner, was in a car accident that somebody died in. Vehicular homicide. He killed somebody because he was driving negligently. This was he at the time. Do you get what I mean? In the midst of this going on, Bruce died and Caitlyn was born, and all of that stuff went away from. There was no more of that. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, yo, it's almost like a reset button, bro. It's almost like, I play Football Manager, yeah, but games like Football Manager, games like FIFA, stuff like that, like football games or soccer games for the Americans, I play those as like a relaxed type of thing. I don't play them competitively or play online or like, oh, I gotta be better than ever. Like, I'm not one of those sort of guys. I like to play it like just as a relaxation thing. So if I'm playing FIFA, yeah, and it's like a final or something, and I'm playing, bro, and nothing I'm doing is working. I'm trying to pass, it's missing. I try to shoot, it's not nothing, and I go down like 3-0 in 30 minutes. I'm liable to just quit the game and restart it. Just, you know what? Allow this, bro. Close the game down, boot the game up, and just do this again. Just hit the reset on it. Do you get what I mean? And that's kind of what that thing is, blood. Like, if you come out as gay or come out as, you know what? I don't even know if gay gets it done anymore. Like, gay is like so early 2000s now, bro. Like, I don't want to say people don't care if you're gay, but it's almost like that's not even like when Ricky Martin came out as gay. People were like, "Blood, did you not know that you was gay?" I'm like, we thought that you knew that you was gay, bro. Like you coming out as gay. Like it would have been more surprising if you came out straight. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those sort of things. It's like the wow factor is gone, but if you come out as like a trans person or anything like that, especially if you're a celebrity, there's still that like, oh snap, because again, it's no pun intended, but we're like in a transitional period in the world in it where this sort of stuff is coming to the surface. Like, I won't even cap, not in a hateful way, not in a like a bad mind way or I don't like them kind of way, nothing like that. But it's still very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not alarming, it's not unsettling, but it still like catches me off guard if I see like what I would consider a man wearing like a dress and nails and hair and stuff just walking around. That might be drag, I don't know. Like I'm not, I'm kind of ignorant to all that lot of that stuff, so forgive me in it, but it's still just as someone growing up how I grew up, it still catches you off guard. Again, it's not like, oh, somebody should kill that person or somebody should hurt that person or like, nah, do your thing in it. It's just if you're walking around and that you just see that, it's still like, oh snap, like you get what I mean? And like I think this stuff is getting to like a trolling space now where I feel like moving forward we're going to see a lot more of these like troll type stories come up, but they're going to be serious. So again, the guy in Ecuador changing his gender in a custody battle, like because women get better treatment and rights and stuff, like that's a troll in it. Even if he's serious, it's a troll. Do you get what I mean? Like the Aretha Franklin natural woman being offensive, it's a troll. Even if there are genuinely people that are offended by that, it's a troll in it. It's like using this thing to just troll things that really have nothing to do with any of the stuff. Do you get what I mean? It's like it's a funny little thing. Do you get what I mean? It's a funny little thing. And you know what? I was gonna say like people just need to chill out. I was gonna say people just really need to chill out. But honestly, like I can understand why people want to go hard for. I have to just start swearing, bro. Honestly, because it's not that it's harder to talk, but it's just easier to talk when you swear. I don't monetize the YouTube shit anyway, so like, all right, bring the cussing back in it. Yeah, bring the cussing back. So fucking. Nah, I'm joking. But like, yeah, it's just. I think the shit's gonna start going into like a trolling space. I think it's gonna start to really. We're gonna see more stories that are just almost like your reaction is like, really, like that's what you're doing, like in the name of this movement, like, and I've been listening to like a lot of Charleston White stuff in it. I know I've spoken about this a few times on the podcast. I feel like I have the same segment on different podcasts, but like more than anything else, I think that nigga is hilarious. From I be laughing when that nigga be going on the shit he be going. But he has a lot of takes, perspectives, concepts, if you will, that people could deem like very anti-black if you just wanted to paint it with that brush. But me, I'm one of those people, and again, I think I've said this on the podcast before, but like all the people that they call problematic, I hear and see a lot of sense in what they do and what they say. Whatever you think about the things that Ye said about the Jewish community, like the black community, whatever you think about it, if you listen to all of the things that man said, There's a lot of things that man said that made sense. Now, there's a lot of things that man said that didn't make sense. But that doesn't negate the fact that there are things that made sense. Like, oh, if I had done proper like pre-production, I would have got that Patrice O'Neal bit up. But it's like, I'm not gonna be able to find it. But it's on the Opie and Anthony show, and they're basically talking about, it's like a conspiracy thing, and it's about 9/11 and that, and like the idea of it is, what he's saying is like, yo, we live in a world, yeah, where all of these conspiracy things could be true, but they could equally be bullshit, but they could be true. And you got people like Alex Jones and all these sort of things. And what happens with a lot of these people is that they'll come and they'll give you a lot of information, and a lot of that information will be true. But then there'll be bits of it that's bullshit. And usually they'll do it in such an erratic, crazy kind of way that it's easy to just dismiss them as a crazy person. Nigga, you mad, bro. This nigga lost his mind, fam. Like, because the way that they deliver, it seems erratic, whatever it might be. Again, Alex Jones, yeah, Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuel, like, whoever it might be, there's a way to dismiss them as something. Do you know what I mean? Like, because... But the analogy Patrice used, yeah, because the guy, it was Anthony on the show, and he was saying to Patrice, like, yo, all of the shit you're saying is cool, yeah, but where's the proof? Like, where's the facts? Where's the shit? And it's like, yo, that's the thing. The guy, the person who's telling you the shit will give you the facts, but you can just dismiss them as crazy. It's like if a guy came to you and was able to explain how space travel works. Like, he was able to explain like how it pulls the magnetic poles, and like he explained in deep scientific like description using the terminology and that, like how space travel works. But then the person shoved a marble up their ass. You'd be like, Jesus, like this nigga just shoved a marble up his ass, bro. Like, this isn't a sane person, bro. I can't listen to this nigga saying. Now, alright, I'm gonna see if I can find the shit, because I did a really bad job of telling that. If I can't find it, then I'm gonna try and tell it again, because as I'm saying it, I realize, is it this? Alright.
You know, there's the conspiracy, what they call conspiracy nuts, and there's whatever. And the thing that...
So just for context, and I'll play a little bit of this. I won't play too much of it. I'll play a bit of it. But they're talking about, again, different conspiracies. And Patrice O'Neal, again, God rest his soul, he kind of just lays out a concept of how people tell you truth, but people won't believe it. Yeah, when you hear him explain it, you're going to realize how shit a job I did of talking about.
The thing that gets me is that when there is one little question that makes you go, what? Uh-huh. That we don't galvanize and say, no, you're not allowed to say anything else till we cover this. Give me a straight answer. A straight answer, because flushing Bin Laden down the ocean like he's cocaine from the Goodfellas.
You don't feel that was
it
reeks of cover up.
It's just, you go, there's nothing that just makes you you go, what?
Does it just reek of cover up of something?
But it does.
Yeah.
But can we focus one day on one issue that bothers us as a country in terms of this whole, okay, let's say...
But they'll never answer it.
So let's say this, whatever news you follow, because what it is, okay, I listen to...
Right, I think he's going to go on a bit of a tangent. I'll see if I can find the actual bit on there.
Okay. There's always a way for you to go, fuck you, and then you go look it up.
Yeah.
It's always that. It's historical. Mm-hmm. The regular news does not allow you to fuck with history. If you see people that go, Gulf of Tonkin, people go, Danny dismisses that.
Yeah.
Shh, that's not the issue. Gulf of Tonkin. Suck a dick. But there's no weapons of mass destruction. We're there for nothing. Shut up. You don't support the troops, and you're just babbling. But you go, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah.
The Gulf of Tonkin's fake. We died. The motherfuckers died. It was fake. But they go suck my dick. So the thing about the
Right, I won't play too much of it, but he basically the goal for Tonkin basically is like it was an attack or a fake attack on basically like a gulf in the US territories, and they used that as a way to kind of launch the Vietnam War, if I'm not mistaken. But what he's basically speaking to, and there's an interesting thing I've been kind of looking into this. I have this weird thing where I'm really fascinated by World War II and that period of time, and just from the Nazi side, what I mean, what they call the Allied side, the rest of the world, like the kind of, but not just what they tell you, like what it actually, what was that shit. I find that shit interesting in it, and I've been looking into, not even looking into, I've just been like watching videos, like listening to stuff, whatever. But like, all right, there's this show called Hunting Hitler in it, and a guy, he was on the Joe Rogan show. I can't remember his name. It's Tim Summit, I think. Tim Hanton. I can't remember his name. Shout out to him anyway. But basically, the show basically is the concept of it is that the story that they told about Hitler. So hold on, let me just check something. Yeah, it's like the whole thing with Hitler. They say that when the World War II was coming to an end, the walls was coming in. You know what I mean? You were either Braun and and they like killed themselves in some bunker and shit. And then the Russians obviously got there and they quote unquote got the body or the remains, whatever. So the whole thing was obviously America that got involved with the war against the Nazis. Russia were kind of like, I don't want to say half and half, but they were like, yeah, we'll back you Nazis, but we not gonna full-fledged like ting, because us in America have some shit. So if America's helping them, we gonna help you in it. Do you get what I mean? It was like that sort of thing. But it's like we not really on your side. You're just beefing our ops, so we'll beef them with you in it. But when the shit was going left, the Nazi Germany was falling, the Reich, all that sort of shit was falling. They say obviously Hitler, Eva Braun killed themselves in the bunker in it. Now, the so-called remains that they got of Hitler's body, they didn't allow anybody to like test it or do anything to it. Like nobody could access it. No medical professional, like nobody could access these remains. They just kind of kept them locked in a vault in it for like to this day they locked up. But I think for maybe like 30-40 years they just, nobody could fuck with it in it. But at some point they basically let somebody, the people who, I don't want to say they find like fossils and stuff, but they like study like dead bodies and stuff. Like if a body is found, the CSI people, man, that come in and do their testing and all that sort of shit, they basically let somebody come and do that in it. So, and I say somebody, it could have been like an organization, it could be like a group of people, I don't know, but like somebody came and like tested these remains that they've got in it, and they had like a skull and shit, and they're saying like the official story, like the official thing that all the countries go by and shit, is that this is the skull of Hitler. This is like his skull, these are his remains in it. The CSI people do their testing. Come, lo and behold, their test results come back and say, this is the skull of a woman in her like early to mid 30s. Like this isn't a man's skull, this is a woman's skull. Like this is a woman's body, sort of thing. And the world press, the world media, everyone just kind of said, suck a dick, nah, like fuck that, like nah, that's Hitler in it, like. And the person's like, no, we've done the test, like we can absolutely guarantee that this is like a woman's. Alright, nah, safe in it, but it's Hitler, so say nothing safe, spuds and that. Like everybody, you know, you're safe for coming through and that. You know, I mean, also got to lock the thing back up and that. Do you get me? But nah, safe. Respect for doing the test. Just speak to the lady at reception. She'll like validate your parking and that. And the person's like, no. Like you keep saying this is Hitler, but this is a woman's school. Like this means that this isn't Hitler's body. Like this isn't Hitler's body. This is not. It can't be because he was a man and this is a woman. Like it like. Do you not know that? And the guy's just like, nah, absolutely. I'm gonna speak to my supervisor. Man's looking at his Apple Watch and shit. Like, yeah, no, I'm gonna speak to my supervisor about it. Obviously she's not in today. You know, she's got like a couple holiday days. She went to Barcelona, you know, for just a little holiday and that. But yeah, we're gonna send her an email. When they get back in contact, obviously we'll let you know kind of, you know, any follow up we need to do. For now, don't need to do anything. You've obviously already signed the NDA and stuff, so you know you can't speak about it or anything like that. So yeah, just thank you for your time and send the CSI team packing in it. Test came back basically saying this is the body, these are the remains of a woman in her early to mid 30s, and everyone said, eat a dick, like it's Hitler in it, so we don't give a fuck what you're saying. The idea of the show Hunting Hitler is we know factually that when World War II was ending, a lot of the high-ranking Nazi officials and that they escaped to South America. So you're talking mainly Argentina, but also like Honduras and you know those sort of places. Anywhere in South America where there's like predominantly white people, the Nazis were there. Like they fled. They just fled out of Europe basically because Germany was fucking in ruins. Like the shit had come crashing down. What the guy explains is like there's no exact number, but through their investigations and their shit, they can easily guarantee that hundreds of thousands of high-ranking Nazi officials escaped safely to like Argentina. Like hundreds of thousands. Like when the guy's talking about it, he's like, yeah, there's no exact number, there's no like precise thing, but through all like the archives and the records and all this sort of shit, like. And another thing to note as well is when the Nazi thing came crashing down, because you have to remember, obviously history just remembers them as these terrible evil people, and yeah, granted, but at the same time that Germany in that time, they were head and shoulders above the rest of the world in terms of technology and innovation. Do you know what I mean? To this day, bro, the song German Whip, bro, like, what do you think that means, fam? German Whip, bro, because their engineering and thing with that shit is a different level, bro, all till now, fam. And it's like at that time, they were head and shoulders above the rest of the world in terms of just, again, innovation, technology. That's how, you know, a lot of the records sort of show. So when the Nazi thing come crashing down, again, it's kind of what's the thing, man? When people go looting, yeah, it's like it's basically a big looting between America and Russia. It's basically like these men decided they were gonna try and take over the world. We've murked all of them. All they guys is running. They done in it. They guy dead. They done. They pussy and they dead. Like fuck them in it. So now all this shit that's in this crib, the crib being Germany, Berlin, like all the shit, we taking everything that we can take that has value in it. And obviously, what was left in Berlin were a lot of like the scientists, the doctors, the engineers, the pharmacists, like all of these people that had like this amazing knowledge, like both academically and professionally, in like very particular like fields in it. And America basically said like, yo, all you smart niggas, come bro, come fam, because yeah, you lot killed bare of them people, bro. That's fucked what you man did, but I'm not gonna lie, bro, them whips that you niggas make is fire, blood. Like we ain't got no shit like that out here, bro. Like them whips is cold, brother. Like yeah, come true, make whips for us and you lot can live, fam. Yeah, you can live. Again, America, England, France, Spain, like all of these like European countries and territories, again, Argentina in South America, Honduras, places like that, like a lot of these, the Nazi kind of academics, if you will, and professionals were split up among the places because the whole idea, the main idea, is like the main war that the whites are fighting among themselves is the West versus the East. And the East, I don't mean the Far East like Japan. That's why they call it Far East, because it's East, but the East really is Eastern Europe. They own Dean. Western Europe is on its own Dean. But the West, the reason they don't say Western Europe, because the West really is like America, England, France, like all them kind of white major populous countries. That's the West, innit? With America kind of being the center of that shit. And the West is like, if it's the Power Rangers, America's the Red Ranger. Britain, England, the UK, whatever you want to call it, I would say would be the Blue Ranger. The one that's like right there by his side. And he's not as sick as him, but he's sick in his own way. And he don't get like punked that often. Yeah, it's just speaking about them. So I would think. Where it's like, the whole idea is basically, although these people, the Nazis, although they did a whole bunch of terrible shit, and obviously there were people that got tried at like the Nuremberg trials and that, like, you know, for like war crimes and crimes against humanity and all sort of thing. There, it's like, the thing that's mad is that a lot of them were given refuge, a lot of them were given new identities, a lot of them were placed in different places. Just like, you're all right, you were like a high-ranking Nazi in that, but you sick at space travel, bro. The Nazis invented NASA, bro. All of this, like the NASA and that, like that's Nazi stuff, bro. That's Nazi shit. That's them, man, that did that. Their innovation, they were looking into space travel and stuff like that, bro. They brought their man across and said, yo, build rockets for us, bro. Yeah, we're trying to do some stuff, bro. Like listen, you might want to live. Do some shit, bro. And it's like, that's how that whole thing came to being. Like, there's so many things. All of that is to go back to say, the show Hunting Hitler, it goes on the kind of journey of going through the records and the archives and, you know, witness testimony of family and stuff like that, descendants, to basically try and see, like, alright, we know factually that the body that they say is Hitler's isn't Hitler's body. So what could have happened to him? Maybe he died in a different way. Did he escape and go to Argentina? Did he this? Did he that? Like, what would have happened? And obviously the show in itself, it doesn't prove anything ultimately. There's no like definitive proof you can give either way. But the guy, again, is on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan asks him, like, all right, yo, like, what do you think of all this information you got, of all the shit, like, what do you think happened? And the guy was like, yeah, he absolutely, like, went to Argentina. Like, he absolutely went there. And it's just like, it's so mad how in just, again, the world that we live in, we're like consumed so much other things that there could be glaring things in history that they just blatantly lie about, and nobody gives a shit. Like, nobody cares. Like, it's just like, so Hitler didn't die the way that they told us he died. So again, Joe Rogan asks him, and he's like, so that's a lie? And he's like, yeah, like, we can factually and categorically say that that's a lie. Like, that's not how Hitler died. Or more so, let me change that. That's not true. He said, so the body that they recovered, that's not Hitler's body. And he was like, yeah, we can factually and categorically say that that is not Hitler's body. again, what he did say, it doesn't mean that Hitler didn't die in that same way. It doesn't mean that Hitler didn't die in that bunker. It doesn't mean that he didn't die. It doesn't mean he did die. It just means that the body that they have that they're saying is his body is not his body. And he was like, all right, like, just from your own kind of research, doing this whole show, like looking into all this stuff, like, if you were to just give like a hypothesis, like, what do you think happened? And he's like, you want me to be honest? It's like, yeah. And it's like, honestly, he got away from. Like, he absolutely got away, bro. Like, and the way he explained it was like, Hitler was like a mad paranoid guy, and his whole thing was about being like one step ahead constantly, like he constantly wanted to be ahead. And again, obviously delusions of grandeur, all that sort of shit. But it's like, in a weird way, it's almost like he knew he wasn't going to be able to do the thing that he wanted to do at the same time as believing that there was no other choice but for him to succeed, type of shit. It's like a weird juxtaposition. And again, these are just ideas, isn't it? These are just concepts. But it's like, they say that obviously the Nazis had like a whole bunch of secret tunnels and secret passages and, you know, getaway routes, and all of this stuff was like super mapped out. They had just bare getaway plans and get like, if shit went left, there's this, there's that, like you'll never outsmart us sort of thing. And he was just saying like, yo, with all of the kind of escape routes and getaway plans and all of these break glass in case of emergency strategies that they had, and how much they were able to insulate Hitler in a similar way to like a mob boss. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the head of the gang is usually insulated away from a lot of shit you're not going to see it on camera. You're not going to, you know what I mean? There's no phone call directly from him. Like, there's a lot of that shit you're not going to ding. Do you know what I mean? And it's like the way they were able to insulate him and all that sort of stuff. Even when Berlin was crumbling, the main priority would have been keeping him alive. Like, the main priority wouldn't even have been the war. It would have been like keeping him alive. And he was like, in my own honest opinion, like, he absolutely escaped to Argentina. Like, he absolutely went there. He was like, he explains that he went to Argentina, not Hitler, but the guy on the show telling this story. He explains that he went to Argentina in 2017, and there are over 50 German communities in Argentina. And when I say German communities, I mean like communities that are full white bread European German people that don't speak Spanish. They're in Argentina. They don't speak Spanish. They speak German. Their communities, their areas, all that sort of stuff. It's just, he explained it. It was like going to these communities and going to these small towns and these like villages and stuff. It's like walking back in time to like 1930 Berlin. You know what I mean? He's like, it's literally like walking back into time, because even how the architecture and stuff of the building is, it's all German stuff. Like, nothing there is like Spanish or Argentinian. Like, it's not. Do you know what I mean? And he just said like the fact that there's so much of an infrastructure of this German community in Argentina, like, this, it wouldn't be as strong as it is heritage wise if he wasn't there. Like, if these people just went without my man and we just went to Argentina, they would have ended up mixing with the people eventually. And because the main guy who's who's on this German thing isn't there. So he was like, in his honest opinion, like, he absolutely escaped to Argentina, and he probably died in Argentina. Like, he probably died, and they, you know what I mean, whatever, however they did their shit. But again, what Hitler did was birth an ideology, though. I think that's maybe why he's so mythicized. Because what I realize in a lot of this shit is anything that affects white men on a mass level will always matter in a major way to the world. And what I mean is this: good or bad, anything that affects white men will be certain. Meaning, terrorists, jihadis, the kind of stereotypical Middle Eastern, that whole vibe. That in itself obviously is a concern, but it's like a closed concern. It's like, not closed in terms of like you can't deal with it, closed in terms of this isn't the top priority of what everybody constantly needs to worry about. There's people that are looking at this, and we're gonna make sure that's all right. And it's not really something that's gonna permeate society in a mass way like that. You know what I mean? A couple of countries over there gonna, go through it, but we'll operate from over there and we'll do what we do and da. White supremacy is an idea, a concept that affects white men across the world, meaning any white man from any part of the world can lean into the idea of white supremacy if he allowed himself to. The same way that any black man or black woman in anywhere in the world could lean into the idea or concept of black power if they allowed themselves to. All of these things are conditional. All of these things are usually dictated by environment and experience and stuff like that. But it's like, even the alphabet mafia thing, gay, lesbian, trans, like all these different things, like what we would usually characterize as quote unquote white men can be affected, or not affected, but can be like inclined in those ways. And because of that, it becomes a big deal. So if you go on stage and you say some crazy stuff about the gays, I don't even mean it like that, but like you go say, like, they gonna make sure that that you can't do this. They gonna put their foot on your neck and not let you breathe. Do you get what I mean? It's similar in different like communities, but like that's gonna be a thing that you'll know. Do you get what I mean? And I think the reason why we're seeing a lot of these things happen is because the white man in mythology in the world has almost gone through the you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain kind of journey. Meaning, for a long time, these white men throughout history were lifted up as heroes and this and that, and they were the ones were taught about. We'd speak English and all these sort of things that we taught to take pride in. And as time goes on, and as people do research and look into the past, and it's like, actually, a lot of these white men ain't shit, bro. You know what? White people do this, and then the women come out. It's like, you know what? Me too, because white men be doing this shit to us, and then everybody's complaints with the white man, like, get aired out, and the white man essentially get cancelled, innit? But the white man is able to manifest himself in different ways, meaning the white man can also be the homosexual man. And the two things don't necessarily have to be mutually exclusive. But then he can ride for a cause on the basis of his sexuality, not his whiteness. And he can feel oppressed on the basis of his sexuality and not his whiteness or anything like that. So he, as a gay white man, could tell a straight black dude that you're oppressing me, and what you are and who you are oppresses me because of the homophobia in your community and the homophobia that you have. And as a black dude, you're gonna be like, there's no way this white guy's telling me that I'm oppressing him. As a white guy, there's no way he's saying that to me, bud. And it's like this juxtaposition of like these two different things, innit? These two different things, and it's like, again, back to the Nazi thing. Jesus Christ, I made it so serious and shit. Alright, we get some fun shit. Like, I've actually got an idea around conspiracies that I'm gonna try. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try it. But it's like, it's an ideology that was birthed into the world in a radical way. But then at the same time, we only know about history, what they tell us about history, and what was recorded about history, and then maybe what we can deduce from our own shit. You know what I mean? Like, we really don't actually even know if any of this happened. And I don't mean it like the Holocaust is fit. I'm not saying any of that sort of shit. I'm just saying one thing that I've tried to like go through life with is not like a doubting Thomas thing. It's not like that, but it's like, yo, I can't vouch for nothing that isn't me. Ultimately, meaning I can't definitively say, yo, Hitler was like a terrible person, because I never met that nigga, and I only know that nigga was a person because people tell me he was a person. Never met him, and I've never met anyone that know him, bro. Not to my knowledge, anyway. So if someone come to me and tell me like, yo, like, what kind of a person was Hitler? My honest answer to that would be like, I don't know. Don't know that nigga. Never met him. People say he was a really shitty guy, and you know, they say he did these things, and if you know he did these things for these reasons, people say it, then he was a pretty shitty guy. But I never spoke to him, so I can't vouch for it. I don't know, bro. Do you know what I mean? I can only vouch for me. If you ask me like who I am, I can tell you who I am, but I can't tell you about no other nigga, bro. No nigga that I don't know, fam. Like, and so people, the fact that like racism and all that is still a thing means that it's still a thing, because a lot of people get uncomfortable around those sort of conversations and almost want to dismiss it like you make everything about race type of shit. But my thing is like, well, if racism still exists as an actual thing in the world, that means that it's an actual thing still in the world. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, talking about the shit, like, alright, I won't even get to that in personal, but my beautiful lady, she's like, you know, she's gonna go away, do some like, you know, family stuff like that. And there have been issues between myself and her family, and herself and her family, and stuff like that. There have been like things that have happened. You know, everyone's fine, it's blessed, whatever. But like, there have been things that have happened in it, and in a lot of ways, there are things that I happened that I felt like I was like done wrongly. I was like, I got done dirty, sort of thing, by like her people's them, and because of that, again, it caused like quite a divide between not only her and her family, but me and them, like all that sort of stuff. But you know, she's in the process of obviously, you know, trying to, you know, heal those relationships and mend those sort of things, which, you know, I applaud, and you know, I rate and stuff. And I remember she was saying to me before, she's like, you know what, I really appreciate like how supportive you've been with me trying to, you know, heal this relationship with them, because I know that you have your own feelings about the stuff that happened, which is understandable, and I know that ultimately you were kind of done dirty, but you don't like, you don't hold that against me like I'm doing something wrong by trying to heal a relationship with them. Like, you support me in doing that. And I say to her, like, for me, I'm able to like decompartmentalize, whatever that word is. I can never say that word. Departmentalize. I have never been able to say that word, bro. Departmentalize. Yeah, that. I'm able to departmentalize things very well. Meaning, like, just because this happened in this context of this doesn't mean that these other contexts don't exist. You know what I mean? Obviously, in certain situations, it's like everything can get rubbed out over some shit. Like, that can happen, but it's more like, take the music, for example. There are times, again, we've done shows and stuff like that. Like, me, and like some of the man them or me Will or some of the man them or whatever, we might not get into a thing like that, but there might just be a situation that can get a bit like heated before we're supposed to do some shit, or like some people can start getting annoyed or a bit like thing. And it's like, all right, that can happen, but I'm not gonna now like not perform because I'm pissed off or because I'm this, because I'm do. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't wanna, I'm sorry people, so these guys just pissed me off, so I'm not performing. Like, it's like I'm able to put my pissed offness to the side. Again, say if me and Will have like some sort of like argument or something, I'm able to put my pissed offness to the side. We go, we shell energy, spit my verse, I spit his verse. Like, yo, it's my brother, I love him. You know what I mean? All of that shit. Like, and then after the show, I'm like, bro, I'm pissed off at you, you know, fam. I'm pissed off at you, blood. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and be able to go right back to that. I can just put things in place. And again, speaking to that, it's like the whole idea with the Nazi thing. It's like, I don't want to say putting aside the cruelty, because it's such a big part of the pie. You know what I mean? You can't really separate that from a lot of the shit. But if we just imagine for a second, just putting that to the side for a moment, like, there was something very culture shifting that happened with that whole thing. Like, them niggas literally almost took over the world, bro. Do you get what I mean? And I'm not saying this on no, like, this is not like a big up to them or nothing. It's just like, I can objectively just look at it and be like, yo, this, they started out as a political party, bro. Like, that's like the Republicans or the Conservatives, or for the British people, like the Labour Party or the Liberal Democrats. Like, that's like them creating an army and saying like, yo, we're gonna go take over France. Like, that's some ill shit. You know what I mean? Like, I want to give air horns, but I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do instead, yeah, I'm gonna give you all some elevator music. Yeah. The OnlyMans podcast will be back with you shortly. I'll fucking go, like, give him a break from talking for a second. Aye. We back. Yeah, sorry to. This isn't even like a fun. I didn't even make this like a fun podcast. I just went on a fucking rant about Nazis for like an hour. But like, nah. Again, I think. See, when you're recording live on airways, yeah, it's hard to try and discuss nuance. Although I've got just endless time to try and get into the nuance of it, I'm going to end up going in circles and circles trying to explain myself as though someone's listening to me. When I think about it in my head, it makes sense. So I'm just going to try and say the shit as I think about it. Them man did bare fucked up shit. Bare shit. And like fucked up a lot of people, including black people. So I don't want people to think that I'm like including black people, bro. Like, so I have every reason to not fuck with them. All now niggas that call themselves neo-Nazis don't fuck with black people, bro, or any non-completely white people. Like, they hate Jewish people, they hate like all of that shit. You know what I mean? So it's not a fucking with a Nazi thing, but it's like taking the ideology aside. There's this party, a political party that started by a guy going round to the local, I guess there'd be pubs or meeting halls, whatever, just talking his shit. And at first they were like a joke. You have to remember, like, he first started talking his shit, like, this is after World War One, and he's saying like, yo, it's the Jews, bro, the Jews, they're doing this, they're doing that, the Jews. That's what he's saying, innit? And at first, when Germany's like prosperous and people are like doing their thing, everyone's making money, like things is lit, niggas is like, bro, tell this guy relax. So we can talk about Jews, bro, but everything is good, bro. No one's doing nothing, everything's alright, innit? But then I think it was either the Treaty of Versailles, or that might be a really old school thing, and if not, then it's the Geneva Convention, I believe. But basically there was like an injunction put on Germany, because you have to remember, all of these countries, they're all companies in it, they're all corporations. You have to think about it like that. You have to think about Germany or America or Russia, you have to think about them like Amazon or like Apple, or like, they're all just giant companies. You know what I mean? And we're the currency. Do you know what I mean? But like, there were like huge injunctions and shit put on Germany because of a lot of the shit that happened in the First World War, which I realized this in school, and I might have talked about this in the pod before, but I don't know if I did. But like, was anybody ever taught about World War One, like in school or anything like that? Again, I obviously like grew up like in England, in it, and so you go through that school system and shit. Because I remember they talked about World War Two, they talked about like Hitler and, you know what I mean, and all that sort of shit. But like, I don't remember ever being taught about World War One. I feel like what we got taught about World War One was like the first 3 pages of the book about World War Two, where they're just like, yo, World War One happened, and it was a mad thing, and there was this guy, Franz Ferdinand, and he got murked, and then like war in it. So yeah, World War Two, like, but I don't remember ever getting taught about that in depth. So maybe on one of these pods I might come back on this shit and do like a proper in-depth like thing into that. I might look into that. But basically this guy Hitler was talking his shit, saying the Jews, and you know, they're out to get us and this and that and da. And everyone told him to go suck his mother in it. Like, everyone's like, bro, allow it, bro. Like, he started his own little like party and shit, but it was like some little dickhead thing in it. Like, no one really give a fuck. It'd be like fucking 7 guys that would meet up and just get drunk and just chat shit in it. Like, you want nothing. But then after these injunctions are placed on Germany, and then the country starts to go like bankrupt, and fucking all of the infrastructure starts to go, the jobs, the opportunity, the money, like, life starts to get hard in it. Life starts to get hard. And this guy Hitler, battery in his back, bro, he come back out and he's saying, yo, you pussy motherfuckers, I told you niggas, fam. I've been telling you niggas, and you niggas didn't want to listen, bro. I told you, fam. The fucking Jews, blood, it's them, bro. They're the reason why it's like this, bro. I've been trying to tell you niggas, and you niggas ain't been listening to man, bro. Like, he giving it up like that, innit? And people, bro, when they can't pay their rent, when they fucking can't buy food, when they can't do shit, they looking around for answers and they want reasons and shit. And so people start fucking hearing this guy being like, yo, bro, like, maybe this nigga right, you know, blood. Because what you realize about people, and we're all guilty of it, but what you realize about people is that there's a large difficulty with people taking like true accountability for their own state of being. Usually people try to find a way to blame somebody or something else for the reason they fucked up, as opposed to just saying, I'm fucked up because I didn't work hard enough, or I'm not good enough, or whatever it might be. Like, and so when people who may have been living a good life, do whatever they do and shit, when times start to get rough and they're used to a certain way of living and like shit starting to get difficult, and there's this guy who's been saying this thing for years, and we all laughed at him and clowned him and shit. He's been saying this shit for years, but the same guy, it's like, yo, this shit's kind of it started to make a bit of sense, bro. Because like, yo, why the fuck else? Why the fuck else would like all of a sudden the money's just gone, bro? Like, who took all the money, bro? Because the people on the ground, they don't know any better, bro. All they know is their little community. They go to the bakery, they buy bread. They go to the butcher, they buy meat. They fucking go to the flower shop, they buy flour. They fucking pay their rent and they tax, and they just do that. And they go to their job, they do that. You know what I mean? And so to them, they're like, well, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. So how comes there's no bread in the bakery no more? How comes the butcher's closed down? How come like, yo, the jobs have stopped like hiring and they're firing people? Like, people want an excuse, they want a reason. And so this guy that's been screaming this shit for years, that once upon a time sounded ludicrous, now all of a sudden people in desperate situations are starting to be like, yo, is my man right, bro? Yo, my man might be right, you know, blood. He might be right, you know, blood. And like, what started as like a small, stupid political party, because of the amount of people it was able to amass, and say whatever you will about them, bro, but them motherfuckers, fam, like, they were like literally the ultimate movie supervillain in it. Like, they were smart, sophisticated, cutting edge technology, uniformity, the organization of shit. Like, and again, there's a lot of fuck shit with them too. Like, a lot of the Nazi soldiers, they had them on like PCP and just had them on like crystal meth and shit. So they would just go into the war and just go mad at, like, they were doing mad shit in it. But it's like, a political party rose to the point where they started invading countries. Again, the best way I can describe it, yeah, is like the Donald Trump thing, the Capitol riots, that whole shit, the insurrection, all that. It's like, imagine if that collective of people was big enough where he said to go do that shit, and then they went and did that shit and then took that shit over, bro. And then more people joined that army, bro, and more people. And all of a sudden, like, now there's tanks and there's this. And he's like, yo, you know what, actually? You know what? More time, yeah. Canada's a part of America, bro. Like, yo, we're gonna go make sure Canada's a part of America, and we're gonna go do that. And Canada will be like, yo, you lot keep that psychopath away from us, bro. And England, everybody else will be like, shit, man. Like, I mean, because if we attack my man, bro, like, America, like, he's kind of got like half the country with him, bro, like, and half the military power, bro. Like, if we attack that nigga, bro, he might want to beef us, fam. And like, I mean, alright, shit, yo, alright, Donald Trump. So I'm trying to put what Hitler did in the Donald Trump, like, I'm using Donald Trump and trying to create a story where you get like what Hitler did in it, or what they say he did. So these countries is looking on now, and they're like, yo, alright, yo, Trump, listen, bro, don't go into Canada. And if I'm like, bro, come on, fam, like, allow it, blood, you're doing your thing. Like, really, we should have stepped in already and like thing, but you're doing your thing. Like, you lot are repping, you lot shit. Like, cool, innit? Like, make America great again. Like, got the red hats and that. Like, you know what I mean? But like, Lao, Canada, did you get me? Like, obviously the Queen's still the thing over there. Like, Lao, Canada, blood, and Trump go. I hear you in it. I hear you in it. Obviously the Queen's on the money over there. Like, I hear that, but I'm gonna be honest, fam. Like, I'm taking Canada in it. So more time, just let me take Canada, because if any of you man get involved, then it's smoking it. Like I don't really want to do that with you, man. Like, I'm not here to do that. I'm not troubling you, man. But this is my business. You get me? Like, this is my business. So anybody fuck with me sorting out my business, then it is smoke. I'm taking Canada because it's mine, bro. Like, what do you mean? It's my shit. I'm taking my shit back. Like, you lot can't take me. You lot can't tell me I can't take my shit back, bro. Like, these historic papers say that Canada is actually originally a part of America, and then like, you know what I mean? So tell the Queen, if she got a problem, then like, come get it back in blood in it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? So they go back and they go like, oh shit, right? Yo, fuck. He said he's taking Canada blood. Like, fucking hell, like. So this is like England and France and the European countries are like, oh shit, like he said he's taking France. He said he's taking France. He said he's taking Canada, bro. Like, shit. I mean, they did like separate themselves from the Commonwealth. I mean, they did, like, you know what I mean? Like, hold on, if you think about it, yeah. Like, this is what, think about it. Like, obviously the Commonwealth is like, you know, it's outage and stuff like that. So people separated and that. So like, Canada really, it's over there, innit? Like, we're over here. Do you get what I mean? Like, although it's technically like our territory and stuff, like, they've really been their own territory for a while. They do most of their business with like America and stuff. Like, really, it is like a part of America if you think about it. You know what I mean? Like, so like, so what I'm saying is it worth getting involved? Like, they already do their own thing. Like, we could just kind of make it official that they just do their own thing, so that way it's not really on us. And Canada is like, nigga, help me. Canada's like, yo, help me, bro. If this nigga come, bro, I can't beat this nigga, bro. I can't. Help me, fam. And everyone's looking around like, yo, Canada, we fuck with you, innit? You know we fuck with you, innit? Like, maple syrup and that, Drake and that, you know what I mean? Like, Justin Bieber, like Ryan Reynolds, like, we fuck with you, innit? But like, Tory Lanez, we fuck with you, innit? But like, here's the thing, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna lay it out for you. If Donald Trump says he's gonna come and get you lot, here's the scenario. We come and try back it. Now we've got ops with them. If we're their ops, most of our P's have to go into fighting them. We can't run the money to you that you usually, like, we can't help you out the way we usually can. And he's right there. So if you lot can't beat him, he's then just going to take it anywhere. Now we got smoke with him and we can't help you because we in beef with them. Really, he said that his problems with you and nothing stopping that smoke in it. Like, he said that's all smoke. Like, he said he's going to put you in an ashtray. Do you get what I mean? And like, there's nothing that we can do to stop that. But when he smoke you, we can at least try and help you because we're not in direct beef with man. But if we're in beef with man, we can't help you. And Canada's like, no, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Help me, fam, please, because this nigga is knocking on the door, bro. Help me, bro. And then the rest of the goes like, all right, yo, the signal's going crazy. I'm going through a tunnel, fam. Listen, just text me, text me. Just let me know how it goes with Trump. Just all right, bye. And then man, the back of the limousine, like, fucking hell, bro. Trump is gonna smoke them niggas, for fuck's sake. So imagine now, Trump takes Canada. Canada is part of MAGA country now. So, you know what I mean? MAGA country, he takes up like a lot of that southern state shit. You know what I mean? They join that shit. It takes up a lot of that middle country shit. Like the blacks are kind of forced. Yo, they would make Canada the ghetto, bro. They would take all the resources and shit out of Canada, and they'll put all the blacks in Canada. Like Canada would become the ghetto of like their country, innit? And have prison camps and shit there. All that bullshit they would do at Canada from. And Alaska, I'd say they go take Alaska. Like there'll be a couple niggas who want to beef him in Alaska, but they would smoke Alaska and take that back too. So now he's taking all of America. And then Trump says, you know what? Actually, it's mad how there's North America and then there's South America. All the not like all here, like we got all of this. We got Canada, we got fucking like maybe we should get South America too, because then we just America, bro. Like we all just us, fam. You know what I mean? And again, Brazil and all those, like they're like Breda, you man. We give you sugar, we give you coffee beans, we give you Pablo Escobar, motherfucker. Like yo, we have done so much for the world, bro. And y'all just watch this psychopath take Canada, bro. Y'all just let him do that. Do not let that nigga come down here. Do not let that nigga come down here, because if he come down here, we ain't paying you lot shit, bro. You lot have been dragging us over the fucking coals with these taxes and shit, and these import fees and all this sort of shit, bro. But we pay it. You know what I mean? Like a landlord that's doing your Sweden, that's just charging you through your nose, bro, because you need the place to stay, or you need the liquor, whatever. You just pay it. That's what South America would say. It's like, bro, you lot have been taking the piss out of us for years, but we just pay it, bro. Do not let this nigga come after us, bro. Do not let this nigga come anywhere near us, bro. And the cartels and shit is cool, but more time, Trump is gonna be like, yo, listen, free El Chapo first of all, because America's mine now. Like I run the shit now. Like fuck these niggas. Like this is my shit now. So free El Chapo. El Chapo, tell all of them, ride with me, bro. Cause I fuck with you, man, bro. Cause you, man, do what you want, fam. I like that shit. So the Mexican cartel, they would be like, who would that be equivalent to for Hitler? Like Mussolini. You know what I mean? That'd be like Mussolini, the Italian dude who was a Nazi and a Nazi sympathizer and shit as well. Cause his thing was like, yo, bro, I like your style, my nigga. Like you just see shit and you text shit, my nigga. That's what we on, bro. Like you on the smoke that I'm on, fam. So for fucking Trump, the cartel guys would be his Mussolini in it, or his Mussolini, sorry. Like yeah, I fuck with you lot. Like I like the shit that you on, bro. Yo, ride with me in it. Listen, pardon all your niggas, fam. El Chapo free, bro. Like we put the Pablo Escobar act in place, bro, where all you niggas like, listen, you lot already down there, yeah. I'm gonna run you lot peas. I'm gonna run you lot this. Say you lot some waps and shit. You know what I mean? Even if you need like soldiers and shit, we can send you some niggas through. You lot deal with South America, yeah. So like deal with like Brazil, Argentina, like deal with them, yeah. And then we'll, you know what I mean? Get straight, you know what I mean? Alright, bet, cool. So they're like, alright, cool. So the cartel, they're obviously not going to be as big as fucking MAGA country, which is now America, Canada, Alaska, like all of that upper shit there. So the cartel is obviously going to play ball in it. They're going to be like, all right, cool, all right, whatever. So South America is going to be like, yo, Europe, you lot, please, like, the cartel niggas are running wild, bro, and America used to protect us from them, bro. Like they've let these niggas go, bro. Like we can't stop these niggas, bro. Like you lot have made it so we can't have armies that are big enough to fuck with these man, bro. Like, and England at this point, yeah. One second. The OnlyMans podcast will be back with you shortly. Sound effects in it for the court's sake. For the court's sake, this is all entertainment, fam. You know what I mean? The OnlyMans podcast will be back with you shortly. I'm making myself laugh. This is probably terrible recording right now, but fuck it, man. Alright. We back. Alright, but where I was in the story, yeah, so it's like, boom. The South American done, so like Colombia, Brazil, probably not Argentina so much, because they might lean in with that shit a little bit. You know what I mean? Them, the cartel. Like, Trump would hire them little spots around there to be like, yo, help me take this shit, innit? So obviously you've got like your Brazils, your Colombias, all them sort of places, Peru, all them sort of places. They'll be on the phone, bro. They'll be using up all their minutes, fam. All their unlimited minutes. You know, they cap it after a while, bro. Like, fucking Brazil will be calling the UK, or they burn the phone, fam. Like, yo, smoke. You know, when the nigga smoking a cigarette because you're stressed, bro. Like, yo, listen. Shit's getting bad out here, you know, bro. Like, it's getting really sticky, fam. Like I seen how you, man, let them, like, take this whole shit, fam. Like, you lot have just been sat back watching, man, do this, bro. Like, shit is getting real sticky, fam. Like, I can't even call you from the office no more, bro, because they're in the office, fam. They haven't just come and ripped the place apart. They just come in and say they're taking over, fam. And, like, if anybody wants to smoke it, it's smoke. If not, like, and people are just complying, bro. Like, we here, bro. Like, they just... Bro, there's MAGA hats all in Brazil now, bro. They're everywhere, fam. I'm calling you from a back alley, my nigga. Like, if one of these niggas see me, bro, like, because the Gestapo and shit, which was Hitler's secret police, that would be the red cap niggas, bro. That's what we'd do. They would turn that... My nigga, I need to turn this into a fucking, like, story or something, bro. This is sick, fam. This is sick. The red hat niggas will become the Gestapo, bro. The red hat would become like the Nazi uniform, innit? And you gotta be on your burner phone, bro. Like, speaking to your journalist friends, like, in France and shit like that. Like, yo, bro, shit is getting wild out here, fam. Like, yo, I gotta go. Someone pull up with him. Excuse me, friend? What are you doing here? Like, Brazilian man, bro. Brazilian man wearing MAGA hats, fam. It's like, oh, I was just looking for... Oh, no. You cannot this, and then they kidnap this nigga, bro, and and shit would have started getting crazy, fam. And England and all of them. So you got like England, Spain, fucking France, Portugal, like all the European dons in it. They'd all be like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie, fam. I'm not gonna lie. We gotta do something, blood. Like, he's starting to go a bit mad. And the thing is, every time they would bell, Donald Trump pick up the phone. So originally they all cool in it. Like, Donald Trump, like, him and Boris was cool. Him and Nigel Farage was cool. Like, it was all cool in it. But he started getting drunk with power now. He's trying to be on this Genghis Khan shit. You know what I mean? He's conquered, like, all of North America. Pretty much, like, half, if not 2/3 of South America. And they in there like, yo, brother, this is looking bad, bro. And Francis is like, hey, but if he stops now, if he stops there and he just takes America, then he can just have America. We will leave them to their business. And Spinner like, No, hombre, we cannot leave them to their business. We cannot do it. Hombre, we cannot leave them to their business. It will not stop. If he takes South America as well, because our brothers in South America, they speak Spanish as well. They speak Spanish as well. And if he takes South America, he will come for us too. And the Scandinavians will be like, yes, we do agree. We do agree that the man Donald Trump will be a big trouble. Yeah, a big trouble for us. He will come for the rest of the peoples, and we have to stop him. There are a lot of our people that already identify with his ideology, and like they will be like, obviously, because again you got the UK, and then they were like, fuck, shit, man. Alright, say nothing. Bell China, please. Secretary's like, are you sure? Is that yeah. And his assistant is like, sir, if you, I know. Just bell them, just bell China, please. Just nigga got a spliff in the ashtray for him. Nigga got a drink at his shit. Like he scratched in it, like he rubbing his head, bro. Like he's like, answer the phone. Hello. Oh, is this the UK? Yes. Hello, China. How are you? Oh, I was waiting for your call. You've let the man with the funny hair do a lot of silly things. Look at you, silly white people. Oh, it's so funny. It's alright. Let's cut the shit, yeah. Let's cut the shit. You know how this shit's set up, right? You know how the thing goes. Like, we can't let this nigga do this, bro. He's making us look stupid. Like, he's amassing an army that is soon we're not going to be able to fuck with him, bro. Like, we have to do something about this. And China's like, well, honestly, I've spoken with him. A very passionate man. And I do good business with him. He brings me a lot of money. And since his exploits, I've been getting a lot of money. So, what is in it for me? But meanwhile, China's already peeped. Yo, yeah, we'll do business with man. It's like the guy who runs the block, and then a new connect tries to come through. Is like, alright, if he picks up from me, then he can do what he's doing. Now, I mean, as long as he picks up from me, it's whatever, because he seems like he's kind of on his dean in it, and I'm on what I'm on, but there's no need in making no extra enemies. So as long as he pick up from me, then we can run it. Do you get what I mean? It'd be the same thing, and that would be the equivalent of like, so China in the modern day story would be the equivalent of like, literally like America and England. Funny enough, where they were looking at this Nazi Germany thing, and they were like, yo, we kind of have to do something about this, but we can't just beef them. Like, we can't just beef them. So, all right, back to the modern day story, because this is more interesting to me. So, again, England, Australia, all them, France, whatever, on the phone, they get a meeting with China. It's like, all right. China's like, all right, I do business with them, so I don't need to beef them in it. But I'll do business with you all as well. Do you get me? Because if y'all are gonna do that shit, you're gonna need WAPs, you're gonna need shit. Do you get what I mean? And yeah, I see Trump's on his shit, whatever, but I'm me in it. I'm me. You know what I mean? So you man can have your little beef or whatever, blood. Like, I'm gonna make money off this either way, blood. You get what I mean? So yeah, I'm not gonna stop doing business with that nigga, but I'm gonna do business with y'all too. You know what I mean? And if he get like an extra shiny rocket, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you lot the chance to get an even doper rocket. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, come on England, you know, fam. Come on Europe, you lot know, fam. Like, you know, I fuck with you the long way, fam. All your shit made in China and that. You lot know that we do business for time, bro. So like, yeah, I got you, man, fam. Don't worry, bro. Obviously, I can't shake him in it. I can't shake him because he's doing his thing. But his thing ain't fucking with my thing. Like, we making money, blood, you know what I mean? So England's like, alright, or Europe most of it's like, alright, fine. Okay, fuck. Call Russia, please. You want to fucking call Russia? Fucking hell. Alright. Call Russia. And Russia was like, yo. I was like, yo, you lot help this nigga, innit? They're like, brother, of course we help that nigga, fam. The fuck, bro. He live in a movie, fam. We funded that nigga, bro. Fuck you niggas talking about, bro. Like, yeah, of course we help that nigga, bro. Because you don't know what it is, fam. You don't know, fam. Do you get me? And yeah, bro, we had our shit in the past. You know what I mean? Cold War, Soviet Union. We had our shit in the past. Yeah, you lot, you know what I mean? You lot won the beef and that. Cool. Do you get me? And I told you, man, what it was. You know what I mean? But we older now and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't bothering you. You ain't bothering me. But yeah, I helped that nigga, bro. What, fam? And what, bro? And England's like, yo, my nigga, like, real talk, bro. Real talk. Like, don't talk to me and don't talk to man like this, but do you get me? I didn't even call you on all of this. I didn't call you on this rah-rah thing, but do you get me? Because you know what it is. Because the last time we booked, I smoked you and I chinged you, bro. You know what it is. I dealt with you already, bro. So, like, and Russia's like, yeah, that's how you feel, yeah? That's how you feel. Say nothing, bro. Adi, fam. Because Russia and Western Europe, bro, like, is already smoking it from First World War, from all the shit. Like, there's just an underlying smoke that's always existed. So Russia's like, bro, say nothing, fam. Just drop the addy, bro. Anything you want, fam. I've been waiting for you, bro. I've been waiting for you, fam. Anything you want, fam. We here. Big smoke for you lot, fam. Like, and it's just not a constructive conversation. Fucking Europe, bang the phone on them, fam. Like, yo, fuck them niggas, Russia, bro. Fuck them niggas, bro. And man, like, yo, should we go ride on them? And I was like, nah, fuck that, bro. Like, fuck that. You're just chatting shit, innit? You're just chatting shit, saying nothing. Alright, cool. Let's deal with this Donald guy. And then, obviously, you know what I mean? They're like, you know what, blood? Say nothing. Call Trump, innit? Call him, innit? Fuck that. Trump answer like, hello? Trump. What do you want? I'm a very busy man. I'm sure you've seen all over your media, all over your fake media. I'm a very busy man, so what do you want? Listen, bro, I'm telling you this out of respect, innit? I know you're doing your thing. I know you've been cool with us and we've had our differences, but we've let you do what you're doing, yeah? But I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, you lot have pretty much taken South America, yeah? What country is at the south? The south of South America. Let's see. Cause I need this to make sense for the story. Oh yeah, no, the rest of the podcast is just this story, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck about anything else. I've got like different things written down, but I'm just into this story now, fam. So we'll say that Trump took fucking Venezuela, Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Paraguay. He didn't take Chile. He didn't take Uruguay. He didn't take, what's that? I can't even see what that one is. Come on, bro. Don't tell me about cookies, fam. This is not a bakery, bro. Alright. So from North America, he would have done take Mexico and all that from up there too. So Trump comes down. He take Venezuela. He take Colombia. He take Ecuador and Peru. He don't take Brazil. He don't take Guyana. He maybe take French Guiana. And he occupy Argentina. So he doesn't take Argentina by force. Argentina welcoming him. But Brazil, Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay, like all of them, they're not taking it. So they bail Hitler and they're like, yo, not Hitler. They bail Trump and they're like, yo, listen, you're not fucking with Brazil, bro. I know you're doing your thing and that. But you see, all the places that you went to, you're not taking nothing else down there, fam, because it's getting too mad now. Like this whole like one America, like make America great, like bro, it's too much. But you're doing too much. You lot are just, bro, you lot are going in there by force and taking it. Like, you think we can just allow this, bro? You think we can just let the countries get blown over, fam? Again, you go back to like niggas on the block and shit. Man, they be like, bro, you think I can just let soldiers, like, let my young G's get knocked down and rolled, fam? Like, you going too mad out here, bro. You lot are robbing civilians and shit. You man just chinging man up broad daylight, fam. You lot are shooting at police. Like, you lot are doing way too much, but you're making the block way too hot, bro. Like, I can't allow you to keep doing this shit, fam. This is my block, bro. And Trump say, bro, bro, obviously Europe, innit? We've done a lot of business in the past and shit, you know what I mean? You've helped me become really rich and shit. So, yeah, I get you the OG, but yo, this is my time, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you, fam. Like, Brazil, you know what I mean? Like, most of the people that don't really fuck with my shit is in Brazil anyway. A lot of people, you know what I mean, these other countries we got, like, they all migrated to Brazil. Like, most of the people there, like, they don't really fuck with, man. So, fuck Brazil. Like, I don't really want Brazil, but don't tell me I can't take it, though. Like, don't do that. I'm not taking it because I don't want it, bro. I'm not taking it because you said I can't take it. Because if I fucking wanted Brazil, I would take Brazil. And Europe's like, bro, I hear you in it. I do hear you, fam. And I'm not trying to say this on no smoke. I'm not trying to say this to intimidate you. I'm not trying to do nothing like that. But I'm telling you, bro, you might think it's because you don't want it, but I'm telling you factually, if ever a day should come that you want to take Brazil, do not do it, fam, because I am not going to play with you. I am not going to fucking play with you, bro. This is not a threat. This is a promise, bro. Do not take Brazil. Man, I've let you do your thing. And you've done your thing, bro. I take my hat off to you. You've done your shit. But we've got arrangement with Brazil. We've got shit going on with them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna fuck with Brazil because that's our shit, bro. Like, you're not gonna fuck with it. And Trump like, bro, did I tell you, bro? Trump's there because obviously he ran all his niggas in it. Them niggas in there. There's bitches in there. Them man got like fucking drugs and drink and all sorts of shit in there. You know what I mean? He with his niggas. He lit off your perky or something. You know what I mean? Trump got them niggas on loudspeaker like, yo, you hear how these niggas talking to me, bro? And all the yes men there like, nah, loud. Yo, he don't even know, fam. He don't even know, fam. And Trump said, fuck it, yeah. Listen, you pussy nigga, bro. Listen to me, yeah. I'm gonna tell you this straight, bud. Any fucking day I want to take Brazil, I'm gonna take Brazil, nigga. Ain't nothing you can do, nigga. Don't give a fuck about what you own, bro, what you run, bro. Don't tell me this is your shit, nigga. I'm Trump now, bro. You seen what I've done, bro. Nigga, in 10 years, bro, 12 years, nigga, you've seen what I've done, bro. Don't fucking play with me, nigga. You niggas is pussy, bro. You don't want nothing with me, fam. Because if you wanted it, you would have done something already, bro. If you want to tell the truth, bro. If you want to tell the truth, I know you, man, don't want that. Because I've been testing you, man. I've been punking you niggas, bro. All this shit, you, man, told me don't take Colombia and I took it, bro. You, man, told me don't take Peru and I took it, bro. You, man, told me don't take Ecuador and I took it, bro. Argentina, let us walk in there, fam. As guests, bro. Because they know, fam, and they fuck with it, bro. So let me tell you this, blood. Don't ever tell me I can't do nothing, because I've been doing what the fuck I want to do, blood. And if ever a day comes I want to take Brazil, pussy nigga, ever a day comes, but I'm taking it, blood. And anything you man want to do, yeah? I know about you and Russia's beef, nigga. Russia being back in the shit, bro. You don't want nothing with the two of us, bro. You don't want it, fam. Man make money with China and shit, nigga. You know what I mean? I've been allowing you, man, bro, because you, man, are the old regime. You know what I mean? You have your way of doing your shit. So I ain't really been talking to you, man, like that. I've just been doing what I'm doing, bro. But don't ever call my phone, pussy nigga, and ever think that you can intimidate me, bro. This is MAGA country, bro. Man talking about. And Europe go, alright, say nothing, bro. Say no more, fam. Stay blessing it. Bang the phone. Alright, throw a conference, throw a news conference. The fucking head of the EU or the UN or whatever the fuck it might be come out and make a public statement. So Trump with the bitches and the hoes and the drink and the niggas and all that sort of shit. Bando settings in it. Bando settings in a mansion and shit. Like, he turned up, he off his shit. You know what I mean? He getting reports from his generals saying like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? All the countries are paying the money that, you know what I mean? Argentina been funding bare shit, bro. Like, they want to bring it through to all the Hitler shit. Like, they, you know what I mean? Like, shit going up, the money going up, the numbers going up, bro. You know what I mean? He lit. Man, start 2-2, bro. Your phone start pinging. What's going on? Bare people atting him, bro. Atting him on Insta, atting him on Twitter, And it's like, oh shit, fam. Europe they just dropped a diss track against MAGA, bro. Like, the equivalent, obviously, in the story would be like they make an official news conference in it. But for the sake of the story, it's like, yo, they just dropped the diss track, bro. Sent shots at man. Oh shit, bro. They told Trump he can suck his mom. Oh shit, yellow hair. Oh shit, any smoke they bean smoke. Nah, bro, they doped him, bro. Nah, they got him out of here, fam. Nah, bro. And the internet going crazy. Yo, Trump, yo, that's why he ain't taken Brazil. He been shook, he been pussy the whole time. All the people that have like haters and shit come out and they're like, yeah, see, that's why, because you know, if he ever tried to take Brazil, that Europe would smoke him, and he ain't really built like that. And like, that's when ego would get involved in it. 1 second, 1 second. Yeah, go on then. Alright, we back. Alright, so where was I in the story? Alright, so for anyone who's listening, basically the story I'm telling is like if Donald Trump did what Hitler did in it, and like how that would equivalent in the world today. But I'm telling the story kind of in one way how it would look in a political lens, but also I'm equivalating it to like rap beef and how it would look in that lens. So I'm gonna go between the two, just for anyone that's listening. So anyway, Europe, the EU, whatever you want to call it, they come out with an official press conference statement saying, yo, if MAGA go anywhere near Brazil, it's on for them, blood. If they go anywhere near it, it's really smoke for them. The equivalent in the rap beef would be Europe dropping the diss track on MAGA, calling MAGA pussy, and how MAGA ain't really slid on no blocks, and how they think they bad but they ain't really seen badness, and making fun of his hair and his orange tan and all the shit that goes in diss tracks in it. That would be the equivalent. And it would, the internet be going crazy like, oh shit, Trump is pussy, MAGA pussy, bro. Oh shit, he got bodied, fam. Like, getting bodied by a singing nigga. Is that a girl tall or your world's tall? Like, you know what I mean? It would be like one of them sort of things. And like, that's when ego would come in, because it's the same way back in the Hitler days where like England and stuff said to man like, yo, blood, like, don't invade. What country was it? It wasn't Holland. I can't remember. Luxembourg? I can't remember. It was one of them, but they were like, bro, you've been doing your thing in it. You've been kind of doing your shit, but don't go there. So anyway, back to the Donald Trump story. So boom, he'll be like, nah, are these niggas mad? Are these niggas mad, bro? Fuck that, bro. Nah, fuck that, my nigga. We pulling up, bro. Fuck that. We going to Brazil tomorrow, fam. Fuck that. Because niggas think I'm pussy, bro. Nah, fuck that. I can't have no niggas thinking I'm pussy, bro. Fuck that. We going to Brazil tomorrow, fam. We taking that whole shit, fam. And his advisors and shit, like, all the yes men and that are like gassing him up, like, yeah. But all like the real advisors and stuff are like, yo, Mr. Trump, listen, that is not a good idea. We should not do that. I understand that they just said what they said. I understand, but this, if this doesn't go well, this is gonna really hurt us. Like, this is not a good idea. And Trump said, yo, fuck out my face with all of that, blood. I don't want to hear none of that, fam. Fuck you talking about, blood. Don't tell me what's not good, bro. These niggas called me pussy, fam. They said I won't take Brazil, fam. I didn't fuck with Brazil, bro. That's what all the blacks and all the Jews and all them niggas was, fam. I don't fuck with none of them, bro, fam. Well, fuck that. Fuck that, blood. Man can't tell me I can't take it, blood. I'm taking it, blood. Don't tell me what won't go well, fam. You make the numbers work. That's what I pay you for. Dickhead, blood. You're an accountant, bro. You make the numbers work. Don't tell me what it's going to cost, bro. Send the bill to Russia, fam. They're paying the shit. I'm not paying for this shit, nigga. I'm just me, blood. I'm just doing what I'm doing, blood. Don't send the bill to me. Don't tell me what's... Blood, just do it, fam. Just fucking do it. And all the people are like, yo, Mr. Trump, listen, this is not a good idea. Like, the weapons that we have, they're still in development. We can't. And it's like, blood, don't tell me what's not gonna work. I don't want to hear that. Why do these men keep telling me this shit? Bro, tell me what's gonna work. I need a nigga that's gonna come in it, and then somebody gonna come in the room and be like, yo, Mr. Trump, listen, I've been working on this, and I think that if we use this, it's like, all right, cool. What's his idea, blood? What's his idea? And the head scientist guy is like, Mr. Trump, like, he's like an intern. He's not part of the, he's not even really part of the actual science. Bro, fuck out my face, blood. I don't care, no. Because all you man in the lab coats are on some dickhead shit. It'd be like a movie, innit? You know, like the young intern kid who has these bright ideas, but he always gets shit on. And then the one time he speaks up in the meeting and then the boss is like, I like your ideas. It'd be like something like that, innit? So it's like, bro, what's your idea, fam? And he's like, all right, shit. Because every time he mentioned this idea to people tell him he's dumb in it. But it's like, fuck it, all right. So my idea is this, in it. Obviously, like, you've got MAGA country and stuff. And, you know what I mean, like Argentina welcomed us in, stuff like that. And, you know what I mean, across the world, there's like this, there's white supremacists, and we can like galvanize them, because rather than just us fighting against like Europe, why not have like parts of Europe fight against itself, innit? And what the head scientist is like, see, it's a stupid idea, is it? And Trump is like, no, hold on, don't interrupt him, bro. Hold on. So what you're saying is like, basically, like, the white supremacists, that they're like the MAGA people, that's kind of what they're into, like the same sort of shit. So if we try and get them to fuck with our shit, then like Europe got to deal with like internal shit, and then they're going to be weaker in that. Yeah, exactly. Alright, blood, say nothing. How much do you need to make it run, bro? I mean, this is the problem with the idea, Mr. Trump. I mean, it's very expensive. It's because we have to do a lot of coups. Like, there's going to be a lot of, you know, like weapons and armory and vehicles and stuff. Brother, how much is it going to cost? $5 trillion. Fucking hell, brother. Fucking hell, 5 trillion on some untested shit. Alright, blood. You know what, yeah? You know what? Yo, where's the assistant bitch? The one with the titties, man. Like, tell her come in here. Alright, yo. Can you call the Kremlin office for me, please? Can you just bell them? Like, well, sir, don't you think you should? But alright, if I call them from my phone, then it's technically like a political conversation. So, bitch, if you can just take out your phone and just dial the number, like, I'll talk. Just put it on loudspeaker, yeah. Like, call the Kremlin. So the assistant bitch get her iPhone 10 where she's got like a cat as the screensaver. She called the Kremlin number, put it on loudspeaker in the office and shit. And it's like a Russian voice answer, speaking in Russian and shit. And then Trump just start going, alright, so yo, everybody in the room, you know what I mean? This is a great time, a great occasion. Thank you lot so much for throwing me this party on this Tuesday. Man, I'm really uh, I'm really Kremlin. I mean, craving. You know, what is it when you have rats in the house and you need to extinguish them? Yeah, yeah. I mean, if there happened to be a secret code, hypothetically for the rats, there wouldn't be anything like, I don't know, this is some real serious shit, put Putin on the phone. That wouldn't be like a code. Like he's speaking to the room and this girl's called the Kremlin. So in a court of law, if the Supreme Court ever called him to court, he didn't call this guy to say this shit. He's just speaking to the room in it. This is the loophole that he found. So obviously the Russian Kremlin people, they understand the back channels in it. So they're like, oh shit, like, all right, patch it through to Putin in it. And they tell him, yo, Mr. Putin, it's a call. Donald Trump is speaking, but it's a covert call. So just listen, like, don't say anything. And Trump is going, yeah, man, I'll tell you the truth. I think it's really going to be a great political strategy if we decide to go into Brazil, because Brazil is so rich with culture, and you know the people there are beautiful, and the industry and the cocoa beans and the, you know, all of this amazing stuff, you know. And I mean, this might sound crazy, but I think all of our business partners who do a lot of business with us in this MAGA business would really benefit from MAGA taking over Brazil. I think that would be a really good idea. And not taking over, of course, but, you know, ingratiating ourselves. And something like this, I mean, I spoke with my my political marketing strategy handler, and he said that something like this would cost would cost $8 trillion. Because mind you, it would actually cost 5 trillion, but Trump would say 8, so he could pocket 3 trillion for himself. Because that's how these niggas think, bro. Why? And it would cost $8 trillion. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I heard that in Brazil, they don't even rate Putin. Like, there's a talk show in Brazil, and you know what I mean, these guys on this podcast, they just talking mad shit about him, bro. Like, they say that he's balding and he was on the horse with his dad body, and there's memes about him and shit. Like, I heard Brazil don't even like Putin. They call him pale, and they say, oh, Donald Trump, he's not pale, he's got such an amazing tan, but Putin, oh, he's so pale and old and grey, he's so yesteryear. Oh my god. Like, that's crazy, right? Because I think Putin the man, bro. Is what Donald Trump's saying. Like, I think Putin is the guy, bro. Like, listen, ever since we started doing this MAGA business, Putin has been beside, man. That's my guy, my benefactor. You know what I mean? He's fucked with us a lot. You know what I mean? We appreciate the love that we got over this side from him. You know what I mean? And it's mad how, shit, man. You know, we would love to, all of the help he's given us, we would love to be able to set that right with Brazil, but that's just going to cost 8 trillion, man. Shit. We can't afford that shit, man. Damn. Shit, man. Well, you know what? Thank you guys anyway for throwing this party. You know what I mean? It's been really nice. I just thought I'd just, you know, just share some thoughts, I guess, like, you know. And then he would signal to his assistant, hang up the phone, like, he would signal in it. And everyone in the room would be like, yo, what the fuck just happened? Like, what? And Trump would be like, yeah, say nothing. Get all the troops prepared, and I want you to deploy another 100,000 men right on the coast of Brazil, right on the border of Brazil. We don't have 100,000 men. Yes, we do. Trust me. But, sir, like, we only have like 20,000 men left to deploy. Listen, go onto the system, yeah. Go onto where it keeps all of like the counts of how many soldiers we have left to deploy. What time is it? Yeah, can someone give me the time, please? Yeah, Mr. Trump, it's 20 minutes past 12. Oh, it's past midnight now, yeah? Go on that shit and hit refresh, bro. Man, go on that shit, hit refresh, bro. 2 million troops ready to deploy. What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Yo, listen, I couldn't just call Putin and say that I need 8 trillion to, well, tell him that I need 5 trillion to fucking take over Brazil. I can't do that. That's against the law. Do you get what I mean? Like, if this shit don't work, we're gonna get tried for crimes against humanity, bro. I can't do that. But if I'm just at a party talking and someone happens to be on the phone and I'm just saying some hypothetical shit, and then he decides to donate money to political parties for, you know what I mean, or for different causes, if he donates to our charities and stuff or donates to our defense budget, you know what I mean, that's just up to him. We're in business, we have the treaties, we can do that. If he decides he just wants to donate to our defense budget for just no apparent reason, then this is cool with it. So basically he do that phone call to tell Russia, I need 8 trill to run the shit. He's got his defense budget on a system where as soon as there's this amount, not okay, say every 100,000, no, every 100,000 troops ready to deploy, fully armored, fully trained, that will cost you, let's say, 115 million, let's just say. And the maths is bad, so don't think with the maths. But it's like basically whenever like 120 million come in, you get the next set of troops that are ready. You pay whatever needs to be paid, you send the money, da 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 da. So he basically said, yo, bust me the money so I can buy the troops I need to do in Brazil, innit? So the Kremlin and Putin and that, because Putin's like, but fuck's sake, bro, this Donald Trump guy keeps running this bread, fam. Like, bro, he's supposed to still pay me, you know, blood. And he keep belling me, telling me, yeah, he got me, bro. Like, obviously he's doing good business and shit. Like, it helps us, but bro, like this guy, bro, this fucking guy, he just keep asking me for money, bro. It's like when a rapper goes to the label, asks for like another advance. It's like, bro, this guy keep asking for money, but we have the money, for fuck's sake, blood. Like, he keep asking, like, yeah, he's doing shit, but fuck's sake, blood. You know what I mean? So what Trump do? The 5 million goes towards the military and the weapons and all that sort of shit to put the MAGA army on the borders of Brazil. And then he just, an extra 3 trillion is just, he took that away and he take money for himself and then he give money to all his cronies and all his fucking people that just help keep everybody sweet in it. But like he might spend like 1 trill paying a bunch of people, 1 trillion. He spent like 1 trillion paying off all the people he need to pay off, and he fucking buys like where the property is or whatever the fuck. Like he diversifies the shit up, but he pockets like some shit in it. Cool. MAGA army on the borders of Brazil. Europe will wake up the next day. Breaking news again, phone pinging off. Oh shit, MAGA replied, bro. MAGA said, nah, internet going crazy. No, MAGA sent a diss track back in less than 24 hours, bro. Nah, he replied in less than 24 hours. Oh. Everyone going crazy, bro. MAGA spazzed on his diss track, bro. MAGA said, you're a bunch of pussies, I don't know them, fuck them all, smoke for them, I don't know that. Like, he started dancing and just be wavy on the shit. You know what I mean? Like, he just started going crazy on his like diss track response, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, his response was better than Europe's original diss track," and he responded in less than 24 hours. You know what I mean? Because Europe did that diss track thinking that they would do that and then he would fall back, but he responded right back with even more smoke. You know what I mean? And in the real life equivalent, it would be like, if Europe issued a statement saying like, yo, don't go anywhere near Brazil, and then less than 24 hours later, fucking, what did I say? Was it 2 million? 2 million troops were deployed on the borders of Brazil, bro, with all sorts of fucking weapons and shit. Europe wake up fucking 5 a.m, bro. They woken up, the second fucking assistant were in the room. Sir, you got to wake up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, it's gone crazy, bro. Da-da-da-da-da. And then they like, blood, what the fuck, bro? Like, he actually did it. He actually did it, bro. Like, nah, where the fuck did he get that kind of money from, fam? Like, who has the... And they said, fuck it. Pussies! It was fucking Russia, bro. It was fucking Russia, fam. Because they the only pussies that got money like that. Who are too pussy to do their own work, bro. Fuck. Pick up the phone. Bell Russia, fam. Fucking Russia bangs it on them the first time, just hangs up the phone, rings it right back, bro. Russia bangs it again, bro. It's like, nah, fuck, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck, man. Picks it up again. Call, who would he call? Who would he call? He bells China, bro. Rings China. China, China not answering. Now, what the fuck is going on? Now, all of these niggas are trying to get us. Nah, fuck this, bro. All these men are trying to get us, bro. These men are colluding against. Nah, fuck that, bro. We gotta go bang everybody, fam. And then fucking Europe is going crazy, bro. They all in the offices. He's telling all these people, get everything ready, fam. Fuck that. These men are trying to do a coup on us, bro. They colluding against us, fam. They coming for us, bro. Because why is none of these niggas answering the phone, fam? What the fuck, bro? He going crazy. Fucking, he get a call from Saudi. Saudi pick up the phone to Europe. Europe pick up the phone to Saudi. Yo, my friend, what is happening? It's like, brother, I don't know what the fuck is going on, fam. Bro, why are all these soldiers on the borders of Brazil, fam? What the fuck is going on, bro? I called China, they're not answering the phone. I called Russia, I know that pussy nigga Russia was behind this, bro. What's happening, bro? And Saudi tell him, my brother, relax, my brother, please, let me speak to you, my brother, please, let me speak to you. Saudi explained, listen, we've been monitoring the whole shit. You know that we the money mans in it. Between us and China, we the money people in it. We've been monitoring shit, you know what I mean? We just kind of let you lot do what you're doing. But we're not really too keen on this guy. We're not the keenest on him in it. Like, it's a lot. It's giving desperate. It's a lot in it. Like, it's not cool. It's just very angry and sweaty, and we're not the keenest on it, but we do make money from it, like we do, but I mean, it's not really money that we need to make. So listen, we don't call Russia. We spoke to them. They seem very worked up about you. They don't don't call Russia. Just don't speak to them because it's only going to make things worse. I'm going to speak with China. Because we are the funding in it, like between China and the United Arab Emirates. Like, that's where the money is in it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, in fact, he don't no fuck that. He don't tell Europe he's gonna speak to China. You know, because to them, the money people, they won't even tell you that. It's like, listen, don't do anything. Yeah, don't do anything right now. I know you gotta say something. I know you gotta make a tweet, or I get that, yeah. But don't do anything rash. Don't do anything crazy. Don't attack or respond to that nigga. Do not do that. I just make a couple calls, do a couple things. I'm gonna bail you back, and we'll figure this out. Because again, you one of our. If it was like a record label, it's like you one of our bigger artists, in it. We're invested in you. It's the same like the UAE would be like, Europe, we invested in you. Like, we're not gonna just let you crumble like this. Not like this. So the UAE, Saudi, Qatar, whatever you want to call it, like whichever part, the king of Saudi, like the money people out there in it, they book a meeting with China, fancy hotel, you know what I mean? Because the money people, they gotta do everything fancy, you know what I mean? Because they're stuck to each other, it's just fancy shit and just, you know what I mean? They want to show you like, oh, you know, this new fucking watch or this new thing, or just, oh, look at this new like neckerchief like that costs fucking 5 million, like just dumb fancy shit because they're the money people in it. And China and Saudi, or China and the UAE, are very similar in the sense where they are not actively trying to aggravate any beef. They're very harsh on their own, but to the world, they're like, no, we're not gonna get involved with your shit. We'll just deal with our shit, and they have like all of the money. So it's in the same way, like they don't really want to get their hands dirty in no beef. They will do, and if they do, they're not gonna have a fair fight with you. They're gonna scratch your eyes out and spit on you and throw sand in your face and like pull your hair and bite your ear. Like they're gonna do all the dirty shit, but they'll win. But they have their meeting, fancy restaurant and stuff, and it says UAE says to China, boy, my friend, all of this is so crazy, you know what I mean? They smoking hookah and do whatever they're doing, like, you know, a lot of crazy things happening in the world, you know. I see Trump and his guys, you know, doing their thing, and I don't really like it, you know. There have been a few news stories over here in Saudi about red hats, and we've outlawed them because I'm not really too keen. I'm not the keenest about it. I mean, he's doing his thing, but just keep it over there, you know. And China saying, I tell you the truth, bro, I kind of like his shit. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I hear you. He can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but I'm not mad at it. Like, you know what I mean? We got a few red hats, you know what I mean? Like, but with our people, like the red hats, it kind of helps keep them more in order. To be fair, like they kind of fall in line. They don't try and like, you know what I mean? Like, we let the people wear the red hats and shit. We're not really too bothered about it. Saudi's like, oh no, couldn't do that. No, we wouldn't have that here. Like it's too hot for things like that here. I'm sure, you know, in China it's the weather's not as good. So and China's like, oh, don't like diss the weather, bro. Like I'm not here to diss you, bro. Like you asked me for a meeting, like you dissing the weather in my country, bro. Like what, huh? And then my friend, no disrespect. And China's like, oh no, disrespect, because I didn't come here and tell you that you wear towels on your head and shit. I didn't come here and say that, bro. You know what I mean? And then because you know what I mean, they'll have a few like business people around them and shit, like the intermediaries and that. And they'll be like, guys, you know, let's get back to the meaning of this. Let's get back to the reason why we're here and stuff. And Saudi start to get a bit offended now, like. Because again, Saudi, they rock off the old school respect shit. Like you can't talk to man a certain way. Like you see me, you bow. Like all that old school shit, that Ram Leela shit. You know what I mean? Like, well, not Ram Leela, but like Bondavar or whatever that thing is called. Like, but it's like Saudi starts saying, "Look, yeah, we don't mind you white people doing your white people shit over there, but if this guy, like, you need to talk to your guy in it." Because it's getting a bit too loud, it's getting a bit too rowdy, and there's starting to be incidents over here, and we don't really like that. I don't really want that stuff over here. I'm not telling you that you can't fuck with him. Fuck with him if that's your guy, if you like him, whatever. But and China's like, well, it's not my guy. Like, it's not my guy. We do business and shit. It's not my guy, but the business is good. You know what I mean? It's good business. Like, if you fuck with me, then obviously I'll deal with him. But it's not. There's nothing like mad in it. And Saudi like, yo, I spoke to Europe today, innit? And they're ready to fly off the handle, to tell you the truth. Like, I was hoping that you and I could resolve this, but Europe are ready to fly off the handle. They're ready to go crazy. And if they go crazy, your guy, your boy is going to go even crazier, and it's just going to become stupid. It's just going to become dumb. It's going to just bring way too much attention to just too much shit. And we can't have that. And like, China agrees, but China has this weird like thing with the UAE where it's like, oh, they're like the spoiled rich boys. They think they're better than us because they're rich. Like, nah, we got all of our shit off hard work and we didn't get daddy's money, even though they got a lot of daddy's money. Like, they don't think about it like that. They got like a chip on their shoulder in it. So although he agrees, he's like, he's almost backing Trump, or China's almost backing Trump in this story to like back their own ego. Where it's basically like, I'm not gonna check him because you told me to check him. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that, but like, you can't G-check me to G-check my boy. If you want to G-check him, G-check him. But you can't G-check me to G-check my man. Because he's not even my brethren like that, really. But also, don't G-check me, fam. Like, the fuck you mean, bro? Like, me, like, you and, yeah, if you speak to me like I'm on your level, man, nigga. You're not above me, bro. You know what I mean? So China's coming with that energy. Seems like, bro, listen, Europe tried to bell me today, fam. I even pick up the phone on that nigga, fam. Like, bro, like, do you get what I mean? Like, I don't, like, man are belling my, this is China talking, man are belling my phone, like, to say, I'm a nigga that man just talked to, like, I'm in their dickhead back and forth, bro, like, because in the diss track version, like, Trump said China's name in the diss track, like, backing them, and then Europe said China's name in the diss track, like, not dissing them, but not backing them, in a similar way to, like, what Chip did to Dave when he was dissing Stormzy, where he's basically called out Dave to said, I ain't got no problems with you, but if you back my man, it can be that. That's basically what Europe did to China. It's like, yo, I don't like how niggas is calling my name and shit. Like, I'm a nigga who you called my name, bro. Like, you man know how I give it up. So China's ego is up now. China's just like, yo, niggas can't G-check me. That's all China's on, bro. Like, so he's not trying to hear anything that the UAE is saying. He didn't even pick up the phone to Europe, because to him, Europe is a small nigga. Like, that's a little nigga to me. You know what I mean? Even Trump in China's mind is a little nigga to him. Do you get what I mean? He respects the UAE because they're on the bread level that they on. But because of the chip on China's shoulder, they're like, bro, I'm not letting nobody G-check me and I'm not hearing nothing. So they in this meeting, UAE and China in this meeting. It's not really going nowhere. UAE, again, Saudi, Qatar, all them, they're trying to say like, yo, talk to your guy in it. And China's saying, blood, it's not my guy, bro. I'm not G-checking niggas for you. If you want to G-check niggas, G-check niggas. But I'm not doing no dirty work for niggas. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that, man, because I'm a boss, nigga. Fuck that. Do you get what I mean? Saudi or UAE come back and they're like, listen, yeah, this is really what it is. You said he's not your boy. Cool. I know you and me have our little weird thing. I get that. Put that to the side for a second. What I'm telling you here, you've said to me numerous times he is not your brethren. If we don't get that nigga under control, bro, he's going to start to cause trouble for us. Because remember when he was a little nigga, bro, and we thought, bro, like, he won't even be able to deal with Europe from. Now he got Europe going crazy, bro. If this nigga if we allow him to keep doing the shit he's doing, bro, he's going to cause us a headache in the long run. And although in the spirit, China agrees, they can't tell them, yeah, you're right. So China's things like, listen, yeah, all I'm going to say is this. All I'm going to say is this. Niggas can't G-check me. Niggas can't tell me to G-check other niggas on their behalf. If you got any problem with man, you have to take it up with man. The same way, if I ever have a problem with man, I will take it up with man. If I have a problem with you, I'm going to take it up with you. And if I got a problem with him, I'm going to take it up with him. Because he's a little nigga to me. Do you get me? I talk to you with respect, bro, because you are at a certain level. Do you get me? That nigga's not at my level, bro. So the same way I tell you, you can't G-check me, he definitely can't G-check me, bro. That's the energy that China's on. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, fuck everybody else, we us in it. So that meeting ends now. Boom, they go away. Cool. But China comes away from the meeting like, you know what, bro? This nigga Donald Trump is starting to be more trouble than he's worth, my nigga. Like, yeah, we making money, blood, but it's not fucking no world life-changing money, blood. Like, it's a nice little bit on top, blood, but he's starting to cause me more headache than the bread that he's coming in. And then he's getting on track saying weird shit. Why does nigga keep saying China in his bars, bro? Like, I told this nigga keep me out of his shit. And he keeps saying my name in his shit, bro. Like, why? So again, you know what I mean? They got Donald Trump got the troops on the border of Brazil. News is going crazy, socials are going crazy. The whole world talking about this shit. It's about to be World War III or World War IV if you want to count it as that. Fucking Europe is still Europe, it's been like 2-3 days now, and Europe hasn't heard back from Saudi yet. They've not heard back from UAE. Europe is fucking going up the wall, like, bro. All the generals is like, yo, we need to attack, bro. We can't wait for them. We need to fucking attack, bro, because he's got his guys ready and armed, bro. Any second, if he just says go, it's over, bro. We need to go in now, bro. You're getting pressure, but he remembered UAE said to him, chill, chill. Don't do anything until I speak to you, and I'm going to speak to you. Don't do anything. I don't know how long it's going to take, but do not do anything until I speak to you, and I'm going to speak to you. So Europe is fucking like blood. Listen, Saudi been good to us, and they run bread, and they facilitate a lot. And he's a man of his word, you know what I mean? And he said, don't do anything till he speaks to us. I know he's going to speak to us. Do you get what I mean? But all the generals and shit, and like fucking again, the people are like, yo, like, what the fuck? Social media is going crazy. Like, oh my God, we can't, the government's just going to let this evil man take over Brazil. And like, it's all going crazy, innit? And like, the Europe are like, all right, you know what? Fuck that. Because again, Europe is a collection of all the different bodies in it. And everyone's going crazy. And everyone's ultimately looking at England or the UK. And they're like, yo, you're kind of like the head of this Europe shit. You have to do something. You have to make the call that we all like think to in it. Because some of Europe is saying not to do anything. A lot more of Europe is saying to do shit. Alright. Saying, alright, you know what? Alright, cool. Fuck, man. So let's bring the map back up. I'm gonna do this shit in real time, yeah. So it's like he wants to take Brazil. Hold on. Let's get the world map. This is a fun story, innit? Like, I'm freestyling this whole shit. I had so many other topics, like, for today, but like, nah, this story, this is getting the whole shit, fam. I might turn this into like a screenplay or something, bro. Do you get what I mean? Reject all, save. Okay, where we at? So at this point, yeah, MAGA country is Canada, United States, Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean. Or let's say for some dumb reason, technically the Caribbean isn't part of it, because fuck that, we didn't want that shit. So the Caribbean is a technically part of MAGA country, but MAGA country completely runs their thing. And when they pulled up there, it's like, you know what, man? Jamaica's a vibe. As fucked up as we are, it's a fucking vibe here. We're not gonna kill you people, bro. Like, we're just gonna run their shit and they can whatever. Cool. Alright, so they want to take Brazil. So what would happen? Yeah, they'll do it from like Spain and Portugal, innit? That's what they'll do. So basically, Europe will be like, alright, fuck that, bro. Send the Navy, fam. Fuck that, send the Navy, innit? Yeah, Spanish Navy, bro. Spanish Armada shit. Send them, bro, because they're the closest to that side. Send them and send the French Navy with them as well. And then prepare the UK Navy and also prepare Italy and Germany's Navy. You know what I mean? Just prepare those ones, but send Spain, France, and Portugal. Just send their guys over there. Don't send the planes. Send the Navy, because if you send the planes are going to get there in like quick time in it. It's not going to take long for the jets to get there. But if you send the ships, it's going to take a certain amount of time. You can buy a bit of time for yourself. So they send the ships over there. Oh shit, Europe have deployed the fucking Navy over to fucking the coast of Brazil. So all of this shit, they're going to meet in Guyana. Yeah, because Guyana and Suriname and Guyana, French Ghana and Suriname, I think it says, like, they're all contested grounds where basically those are territories that I'll say will exist for Europe, but MAGA country trying to take them. but they contested ground. So Portugal, Spain, and France are sending their navy to Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. The three are split. So let's say France goes to Guyana, Spain goes to Suriname, and Portugal goes to French Guiana. They send their navies in it. So it's basically to show the world, like, yo, we not just letting this nigga do this shit. We doing something in it. Like, we doing something, but we still buying time, but we doing something. At this point, again, obviously, civil unrest is starting to arise in Brazil a bit. Shit's getting really tense. China's looking at this shit like, blood fucking hell, bro. I do a lot of business with Spain and France and shit, and I do a lot of business with Europe. And all of a sudden, like, my Europe business is slowing up now. Because Europe have basically said, bro, we do business and shit, but you said you're going to do business with them and us, fam. Our business now has to be this. Do you get what I mean? And Saudi's backing us more than they're backing you. So we're going to start buying shit from them, bro. Do you get what I mean? Because tell you the truth, fam, if that's the side that you chose, and that's the side that you chose, bro, we ain't got nothing with you, fam, but we're going to keep paying you while you helping this nigga and he doing this shit, fam. Fuck that, bro. Like, I won't keep breading you, fam. So now Europe switched a lot of their manufacturing to Saudi and shit. China started to see shit dry up, like, and not dry up like they fucking are going broke, but like a lot less money than they're used to seeing. And China started to say, oh shit, bro, this fucking guy Donald Trump, bro, I knew it the whole time. This nigga's not worth this trouble, bro, because the money that Trump is providing, and even the spotlight, because in the same way, say, like, if someone's name is said in a diss track a bunch of times, it creates like this mythology around this person, especially if they're like, it's said in like a bravado way in it. In the same way, when Trump talks about China and shit, like, he's making China out to be the baddest nigga on planet Earth, and it, like, yo, you don't want to fuck with them, bro. They're like, yo, I do good business with them. Like, it's like, if you've ever been in a situation where you're out with like a friend or an acquaintance, your brethren, whatever, and like you might have a little bit of what the kids call clout now. But you know what I mean? You got a little bit of sauce, your name kind of carries a bit of weight, your face card is good. If you've ever been in a situation where like somebody's used you as a way to get a gal, like, oh yo, like, nah, I know Driz in it, like Driz is my guy, like, and use that as a way to get in with a girl, like, Trump is basically doing that with China in it. He's basically just using China's name. And even though he's bred in China fully, he's using China's name almost to threaten other people. Do you get what I mean? So he's even saying, bro, and I don't want to say, Trump is like, I don't want to say nothing crazy about Saudi, but yo, like, I even know why them niggas even dress like that, bro. You get what I mean? Like, yo, my guys in China, they don't dress like that, bro. Like, yo, listen, niggas like me in China think like Saudi niggas is pussy, to be honest, bro. Like, I don't cause no problems, bro, but what them niggas really do, what work they put in, bro, like Trump is talking like Takashi, bro. You know what I mean? Trump in this world stage, he'd be talking like Takashi, bro, talking brazy, fam. Do you get what I mean? Putting disrespect on Saudi name and shit. And China's like, blood, I do business with Saudi, bro. Like, fucking hell, fam. Like, the Europe money started to drive. It's like, blood, this nigga is not worth this problem, bro. What the fuck, bro? China, pick up the phone, fam. Nah, fuck that. Call this nigga. Yo, Trump, by this point, again, Trump is fucking in whatever room he in with the strippers and the bitches and his niggas. They throwing money, weed smoke in the air, drink all around it, making it rain on bitches. Trump is just going crazy, clouted mad in it. He's living a movie in it. China call him like, yo, bro, what the fuck, man? Like, you making this shit loud, bro. Trump be like, yo, fam, chill, bro. Like, we going on like that, fam? Like, yo, these niggas think they can fuck with us, bro. Like, they can't fuck with us, bro. China be like, my nigga, you keep saying us, blood. You keep saying us. Like, tell you the truth, me and Russia's paying for your shit, bro. Like, you keep saying us, like, bro, you was you. You kind of had a little bit of buzz and shit, and like, we put you on, bro. Like, you can't keep, like,
You keep saying my name in your tracks. You keep saying my name in the press. You keep saying my name like I'm one of you, man. It's like a label exec talking to a rapper, and it's like, bro, I'm not a rapper, bro. Stop saying my name in your shit, bro. Like, you keep saying us, but when I look at these bills and shit, bro, if I ain't paid it, Russia paid it, bro. And really, Russia is just like, they're old and tired, fam. They old and tired with bare money, fam. Like, they don't really want to go for smoke, bro. But like, they got the money to pay niggas for smoke, bro. But like, we ready for smoke, bro. Like, I don't know why niggas keep kind of playing with us, bro. Like, we not here, fam. Like, do you get what I mean? We let you have America, bro, because of all of the other agreements we have. Like, bro, the rest of the world is tied up with us, bro. Like, what the fuck, fam? And Trump is like, bro, because Trump is drunk and he's lit and he's all that sort of shit. And Trump is like, yo, lad, yeah, I tell you the truth, but yo, I fuck with you in it, but like, I don't know how no slit-eyed chink man can even talk to man like this, but like Trump because now he's getting drunk on power in it. He's starting to feel invincible. He's starting to feel like no one can fuck with him. He can say whatever he wants, and no one can do nothing to him in it. And Trump is like, yo, blood, do you think man rated China, blood? Like, do you think man respect China, blood? Like, niggas don't fuck with China, bro. Like, all you man do is like kung fu movies and noodles, nigga. Like, blood, I gave you man clout, bro. Like, I've been running around the world, but I took over North America, Mexico, and Canada and them. You know what I mean? I did it, but I brought this army together. I brought all this clout with my nigga. It was me, blood. Yeah, you gave the money and shit, blood, but you just had money. You didn't know what to do with it, blood. Like, I gave man all the clout, bro. No one niggas is playing with me, bro. And now China's on the phone like, bro, who the fuck is this little nigga talking to, bro? China's like, bro, like, are you being serious, bro? This is the move you're gonna make, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that you're doing too much, and this is what you're gonna say. And Trump's like, yo, blood, like, I'm me, blood. I'm lit, my nigga. Like, I've been lit, blood. I've been taking over all this shit, bro. I'm lit, bro. I'm gonna fuck, bro. It's MAGA country, innit? And China's like, alright, you know what, you pussy motherfucker, bro. Say nothing, fam. Say nothing, blood. We ain't running you no more bread, fam. Fuck that, blood. And hang up the phone. And now China call back Saudi. China call back UAE. And China's like, alright, fuck's sake, bro. I gotta kind of tell this nigga he was right. Because UAE, again, although they're cruel to their own worldview time, they're trying to be more peaceful and more thing. So he's like, all right, I can't come to this nigga with crud. I can't come to him like vex and shit. It's all right, cool. See, Bell's Saudi back, Bell's back the UAE. It's like, yo, you know what, yeah? I apologize for how the meeting went. You know what I mean? Like, emotions came up and that, you know, I get very defensive about a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be better. Do you get me? But, you know what, man? I'm being honest, yeah. I kind of agree with you. I do. I think he's doing too much, and I think you and I, as the benefactors and the bankroll of this shit, we have to do something in it. So yeah, say nothing, bro. I'm gonna bail Europe, and then and then Saudi said, no. Let me bail Europe. Let me bail them because I spoke to Europe and he was very upset with you. Let me bail. And then China like, what the fuck you mean he was upset? But he's like, listen, it's cool. Don't worry. I'll bail Europe. I'll let them know. So China and Saudi decide that they're gonna bankroll Europe and they fight against MAGA country in it. Saudi call back Europe. So this is like 4 or 5 days after. Europe pick up the phone like, yo, what the fuck, man? I've been trying to bail you, bro. What the fuck, bro? Nah, because my man's been going mad, bro. Because Europe is just stuck in the crib, bro. He's going crazy because he can't respond. He's seen all the shit online. Like, you know what I mean? It's fucking with him, innit? And he's like, and Saudi's like, listen. I spoke to China. We've agreed. We not paying that nigga nothing else. And we bankrolling you, fam. You alright, bro? Obviously Europe's still worked up because again, for like the past how many days, all the media, all the shit has just been like, oh shit, Europe is getting rolled over. They fucking flopped on their bellies, allowed them to do this shit like they're weak. Just going mad in it. Stock prices going down. All this shit's going crazy. Like the economy is crashing. All this shit's happening because of this shit in it. And Saudi come through like, bro, listen, you know these things take time sometimes. You know these things take time. I spoke with China. We bankrolling you, fam. We bankrolling you. And we not bankrolling him. So back to Trump now. He living up here on a yacht or something. He going off. They playing Kodak Black or something, you know what I mean? Like, they going crazy. He got bitches on there grabbing their titties and shit. He letting it rain. They throwing dollars into the sea. Like, he going crazy because, again, the people at the top of the regime, again, back to like Hitler and them, they weren't in the battlefield doing shit. They would have a couple meetings and then they would just get lit and turn up and have orgies and shit. Do you know what I mean? And just give commands. And let them niggas do that, and they would just fucking just get high and just whatever the fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, so in the same way, Trump is turning up, bro, because he's like, yeah, bro, we got Brazil in the clutch of our hands. Any second, we can just take over that shit. You know what I mean? I position my shit well. Like, Trump knew well enough not to just attack Brazil, because after when he first spoke to Europe and it was beef, he put them on the border. But then the emergency memos and all the shit start coming through, the defense budget, all the sort of like shit start coming through, and they were like, "Brother, do not attack Brazil, fam. I don't give a fuck what Europe said to you, bro. Listen, you don't have to tell anybody that Europe will punk us. You don't have to tell them that. You can spin it, but whatever you do, do not attack Brazil. We can keep them on the border. Don't attack Brazil." Because again, the people that are actually making this thing work, they know that if you do that, it's essentially suicide for this whole thing, innit? So he's like, all right, cool. He's left him on the board. He can still like clout up saying these guys are on the board, and he's just sort of, you know what I mean? He'll go in the media and just say like, nah, we're just keeping them there. You know what I mean? So I just need to let man know that it can be that. Do you get what I mean? But then he start getting more memos come through, and it's like, oh shit, like, yo, what do you mean? What do you mean? What, bro? What do you mean these bills is overdue, fam? What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you giving me bills, fam? Like, what? We owe 3 trillion. 3 trillion for what? I don't owe no fucking money. I ain't got no contracts with nobody. Yo, Trump is like, yeah, fuck that. Call China, bro. What the fuck is going on? Call them. Because again, Russia is kind of like, it's old money with influence. Like, so Russia, because I'm going to get back to Russia in this story, but Russia is kind of like the old man who you don't really call on a regular. You don't really want to go see them and shit. But if you need to, you pull up, you fucking have the tea and have the dinner at the long table and all the fucking, you serve from the right and eat with this fork and that fork. You got to go through this whole process to, you know what I mean? So more time, Trump knows that China has a thing with Russia as well as Saudi, because they're the money guys and shit, where China has an understanding with Russia, almost like Russia said, not that you can speak on my behalf, but essentially, whatever you do, just send it through to me in an email so I can see it and like think in it, and we'll go with it. So more time, Trump is gonna call China in it. He's like, bro, no, fuck that. Call the accountant, bro. What the fuck they mean I owe bills? So I don't know bills. I'm Trump, bro. This is my country, bitch. He drunk and he high, he's belly out and shit. He going crazy in it. Gucci in his fucking heyday and shit. He going mad in it. The accountant's like, yeah, like we haven't got payment from China for like the last 6 months, bro. Like we've not got any of that money, bro. It's like, bro, what the fuck do you mean? Because he's lit at this point. Trump is like, he's just so lit. Every time he's in the media, he galvanizes the people. Like, he's an icon now, isn't it? The same way Hitler was at the time. Like, whatever the fuck he say, they'll just go with it. So he don't really have a clue what's going on. Because when shit's going bad, they're not going to tell him. They're just going to tell him the good shit. Do you get what I mean? So he don't really know what's going on. He's like, bro, what? Huh? China ain't paid? Nah, that's mad. Fuck that. Fuck, bro, what the fuck? This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is, what the fuck? I've been doing all of this work and putting all this graft, bro. Going so hard. Because he's feeling himself in it. He's feeling himself. So now he called China with an attitude, fam. He called China on some, bro, what the fuck, fam? I'm trying to do this shit I'm trying to do, bro. And you blocking me, fam. You're not letting me put my shit out, bro. You know what I mean? We trying to do our shit, bro. What the fuck you mean you paid the shit, fam? Pay it, bro. Like, all ungrateful and that. And China just let him go off. Because Trump is just going, fam, because he drunk, he high, he feeling himself, he got bitches around him, fam. He's taking over the world in his eyes. Like, he doing his shit, MAGA country, all that, da 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 da. He feeling himself the way the rappers feel himself. He got the chains on, he got the gold in his mouth, the grills, face tattoos. You know what I mean? He doing all that shit. And you're like, yo, what the fuck, man? Blood, I've been going so hard we were so hard in these streets, bro. We putting work on everybody, fam. Any pussy nigga that said anything to us, we'll be going crazy, bro. I know the yes men in the back, like, yeah, fam, you know, fam, yeah, fam, like, yeah. It's saying all this shit, he go on. China, like, you ungrateful bastard. Trump, like, bro, the fuck kind of shit is, what do you mean ungrateful, fam? Kind of like, let me tell you something, you fucking piece of shit. I brought you into this game. You pussy nigga, I brought you into this game. Why the fuck you think Russia works with you, bud? Because they bailed me and I told them, yeah, do that, fam. Russia is an old man, fam. You don't know what's going on in this young game, bro. I know what the fuck's going on, bro. I put the green light on this shit, fam. I gave you the money, fam. I let you do your thing. I was the one that signed off on everything that you did, bud. You think the little bit of money that you give me, bro, the little bit of money you bring in is anything compared to what I got going on, bro? You think I'm a little nigga like you? You're a bitch, bro. Because you wouldn't dare invade Brazil without my go-ahead, nigga. Don't ever fucking play with me, bro. Don't ever fucking play with me. You ungrateful bastard, bro. I'm cutting off all your lines, bro. All your lines is done. Me and you ain't got no more business, bro. We ain't got no more business, fam. Because not only have I been bankrolling you for years, fam, but the little bit of shit that you brought in, I never said nothing about it. I let you do your thing. And you call me ungrateful like this on the phone. Like, I've not absorbed all of these bills and all of these debts. Where do you think this money came from, bro? All these whips and all these chains and these armies and these weapons. Where do you think this shit came from, bro? You was just ordering shit, bro. You was just online on your President Amazon, bro, ordering shit, fam. Like it was free, bro. Who do you think paid that, bro? And you call me ungrateful, bro. Listen, you cut off. Good luck to you, fam. Call Russia. See what you got to say about it. Bang the phone on Trump, fam. Bang the phone on Trump. Trump is like, oh shit. Oh shit. In his heart, he's like, oh shit, bro. China's a big part of our money. But his ego steps back in. Fuck that. Nah, fuck that, bro. Nah. It's alright, fuck China, didn't it? Them fucking slit-eye bitch niggas, fam, fuck them, bro. They don't want to rock with us, cool, say nothing. Alright, we're gonna call Russia in it. Russia's gonna back it. Russia know what it is, bro. We've been doing business with Russia, fam. Fuck that shit, bro. Call Russia, fam. Russia receptionist answer the line. Hello, you're through to the Kremlin. Yeah, it's Trump in it. Like, put him on the phone in it. I'm sorry, what was your name? Yo, stop playing with me in it. Stop playing with me. It's Trump in it. Like, yo, put my man on the phone in it. Because Trump was like a hot artist on the label. He's used to being able to just call whoever he needs to call, and they know his voice, and they just put it right through. They service his shit. Like, it's easy. This receptionist is like, I'm sorry, sir. I don't have your name on the list. I need to take you through security. It's like, and he's like, yo, bitch, what the fuck you talking about? Like it's me. Yo, it's Donald Trump. Like, it's me. Like, yo, like. Put me through to Putin, fam. Put me through to the man in it. Like, bro, I need to talk to the man, bro. You mean security, fam? I'm sorry, do you have your registration number with Kremlin? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yo, do I have a registration number with the Kremlin? So his secretary's like, I don't know, sir. The only thing you've asked me to do for the last 3 years is to get you prostitutes and drugs and alcohol. And and sign off on like weapon equipment sales. Like I don't know anything about that, sir. You're fired! Get out! You're fired! You fucking bitch! You fucking pussy, man! Get out! Fuck this bitch talking about, fam. Bitch ain't even sexy, fam. I tried to fuck her like 3 times, bro. Tried to grab her by her pussy. Do you want to make complaints? Get the fuck out, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that. Shit. Shit, man. Fuck, man. I'm sorry. Am I still on the phone to Russia? Am I still on the phone? Yes, sir. You're still on. You're still on the phone. I don't have name registered. I don't have your name here. But the shit. I just fired my assistant. She has a lot of my information in it. Shit. All right. I know you can't take a message, but please, can you just tell somebody that Donald Trump is calling? I need to speak with the Kremlin or with Mr. Putin as soon as possible. All right, thank you. Bye. Bang it on them. Shit. Fuck's sake. Because when he got off the phone to China and China said you done, China was bankrolling most of the money, meaning like even the money that Russia would send, they would send it to China, who would then send it to my man in it. So China was bankrolling 80% of my man shit. Russia was bankrolling 20, and they're still bankrolling 20, but you need more. So it's like, oh shit, fucking hell. All right, can you get like someone else in here to just tell me like how much the shit is costing so far? They come back in, they're bringing all the bills and shit. They tell him like, yeah, bro, like the economy of MAGA country has gone, it's fucking crashing, bro, because nobody's purchasing from us. Like again, social media is all against our shit and stuff. Like nobody's purchasing our stuff. Companies are boycotting us. They're not allowing any of our shit to sell anywhere. Like we've had sanctions placed on us and shit. Like we can't sell shit. Fucking the money's not coming in from China. That 80% that we had paying this shit every month, that was, we'll round the number down so we can understand. Let's say China was sending them £1,000 a month. All of the costs for the entire month would cost 800, meaning 800, he'd pay off all the shit, and that would help him do the shit for the next month. And then he would have 200 kind of for himself to do whatever he needed to do. It's kind of like that. So imagine how that 800 is gone and it's just the 200, but there's £800 shit worth that he's paying for. It's like that kind of situation. So Trump is like, fuck. Bro, we ain't got no money, fam. What the fuck? And all his generals and all his shit are looking at him like, yo, what do we do, Mr. Trump? Like, yo, we just waiting for your orders. It's like, bitch, what do you mean my orders, bro? Like, who's my man, bro? Why is he asking me for orders now? Who is he? Who's that guy? Yo, guards, grab him. Fuck that. Grab him, bro. Yo, you come up here, bro. Who the fuck are you, bro, asking me for orders from? Yo, are you like a spy or something, brother? Are you like a spy, bro? Yo, what's this nigga name, fam? What's this nigga name, bro? His name is Henry Chang. Henry Chang. Wait, bro, you Chinese? My father was, well, my great grandfather was Chinese, and it's the family name. It's just the family name. We're a long line of boys. It's just a family name. I'm white American, you know, but my great grandfather's name was, he was Chinese. Wait, oh, your great grandfather was Chinese, bro. Whoa. You know what's mad? I just got off the phone with China, bro, and they were saying some really crazy shit to me, fam. And now I find out that your great grandfather is Chinese, bro. No. You know what I think's happened, fam? Because everyone's looking at him like, bro, why the money's gone, the lights is going off, we can't pay for the drugs or the bitches, like all this shit is going left, like they're looking for him answers. It's like, bro, you know what I think's going on, bro? I think this pussy nigga was a spy that was sent to tell them what we're doing, fam, so they could infiltrate our shit, bro. Bro, we've been betrayed. We've been fucking betrayed, bro. We've been betrayed, fam. And he would scapegoat this guy as the reason why shit started to go left, like this guy was a spy for China or whatever. Meanwhile, Europe is starting to get fucking like support and stuff from the other parts of the world. So the Brazil Navy begin to prepare shit for their like return, you know what I mean? So Brazil's Navy is in the ocean, they're ready to prepare shit. Brazil put fucking jets in the sky, you know what I mean? Like Uruguay and shit, Chile and shit, like they put shit in the sky, you know what I mean? Like, okay, no, it's Peru and Brazil. Let's say that that's not taken. The rest of it pretty much is. Like they put the planes in the sky. They're getting the funding from Europe, from Saudi, from China, because now Saudi and China have put their money together to say fuck this guy Trump because he's doing way too much and he think he's bigger and badder than everybody. Um, Do you get what I mean? So like now it's like a spiteful thing against him, and again, that's kind of what happened with with Hitler. Like he started to think that he was badder and wickeder than everybody else, and so a lot of the countries conspired to say "fuck this guy, bro." Like "fuck this nigga," in it. Like, do you know what I mean? So now shit started to go left, shit started to go crazy. Da 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 da. Anytime Trump can get in front of a camera, he's saying that he's being betrayed. You know what I mean? He's being betrayed by people within. You know what I mean? There are people in MAGA country that are traitors. You know what I mean? Fucking everybody in MAGA country that supports our shit needs to be extra careful of their neighbors and their friends, because it could be your mother or your brother or your sister. It could be somebody right next to you, fam. But anybody can be a traitor and everybody's out to get you, fam. We put in more red caps out on the street. You know what I mean? We surveilling more shit. We need you to give us more money because they're attacking and they're trying to kill us and they're trying to defeat us, but they will not defeat us, bro. And we need you to give more, fam. And he's starting to go crazy, and like again, civil rest is starting to build up. You know what I mean? Communities and stuff are starting to have more trouble and shit. People starting to accuse people of being spies and shit. There might be some fucking Brazilian family that lives somewhere in Argentina. You know what I mean? Or some like fucking other country family that live in Argentina. And they're like, yo, like, wait, you lot from Brazil, innit? Like, you lot are fucking spies. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like the social media, the media, oh, it starts going crazy and shit starting to implode. Trump's like, fuck, fuck, fuck. Yo, alright, say nothing, bro. I know that I planned some getaways and shit. Like, I know I've got some money stashed under the mattress and that. Fucking, bro, this shit is starting to get brazy, fam. So he starts to, you know what I mean? He get his bitch, fucking Ivanka. You're like, yo, bitch, listen, I know you hate me, I hate you, yeah. Fuck that. Listen, we need to plan a way to get the fuck out of here, fam. Because I don't know how long this shit can go, fam. Like, because these niggas are attacking our resources, they're attacking our money. Like, bro, there's no money left. But he's still throwing these big lavish parties and he's still doing all of this shit because he needs to keep up appearances like everything is still going the way it should be going. So he's still spending all of this money, but he's stressed, his hair falling out, he's starting to fucking hunch over, all this sort of shit. Ivanka pulled him to the side, like, bro, what the fuck is going on, fam? And he's like, fucking bitch, there's no money left, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. There's being nothing left. There's no more money. It was spent a year ago. What do you mean it was spent a year ago? We've been putting on these events and all these sort of things for the last year, and the money's got like, where's this money coming from? I don't fucking know, bitch. I don't fucking know. I told them to squeeze the screws on everything, fam. I told them to just tax the shit out of the people, fam. Out of these fucking dumb MAGA people that follow me. I told them to just tax the shit out of them. Because I don't know where the fuck this money's coming from, bitch. I don't know. I'm just spending it. Because what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Go out there and tell the people it's over? Is that what I'm going to do? Bitch, we've been getting lit every night for the last 10 years. We're getting burst. You gave me head when I pushed the button for the atomic bomb on them pussy niggas in Mexico. You was with me when I sent the troops out. We fucked in the fucking submarine base. Like, you know what I mean? You was with me, was lit, was doing all this shit. You know what I mean? They believe in me, man. Like, They're so fucking stupid that they believe in me. This is all we have, bitch. This is all we have. We don't have anything else in this world. If we lose this war, if they don't kill us, bitch, they gonna put us underneath the jail. Like, we've done some terrible shit, man. So what the fuck do you want me to do? You want me to go out there to them people and to say, yo, you lot, guess what? This shit is over. It's done. There's no money left. It's done. It's finished. Is that what you want me to do? I'll go do it. Because he's drunk and he's lit. And he's just on some, like, he's almost like had a realization that he can't win this shit. And obviously he's like, no, I don't want, no, please don't do that. Da-da-da-da-da. You know, you're a hero to them. Da-da-da-da-da. And he's just like, you know what, you're just mad drunk, you're just being way too truthful. And he's just like, yo, like, I don't give a fuck about this shit anymore, man. I don't even care, man. Like, yo, like, this shit is over, man. Like, yo, we ain't got no money, man. Yo, I was talking mad shit to them, man, and they bled me, man. They bled me, dog. Like, I didn't realize how much shit China was paying for, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do this, man. I can't beef them, man. I haven't got. Tupac said, if you want to get into beef, make sure your bank is straight, fam. It costs money to beef, fam. It costs money to beef. And man would realize, like, yo, this money shit is a different thing, bro. Like, it's a different thing. And the walls start crumbling in. The people, the MAGA country people started to lose faith and shit. Back against the wall, and he's like, but I have to fucking do something, bro. Like, because Europe started to pick up steam again. You know, Europe's been able to galvanize like Asia and galvanize Africa and all these places. Like, a lot of places are in favor of the Europe shit, and although they're not actively participating in any conflict, the economy is up. So like, Africa is trading a lot more with Europe. Fucking Asia is trading a lot more with Europe. Fucking Brazil is getting constant resources sent through to it and shit. You know what I mean? So by this point now, Brazil would have sent all of their fucking army and resources and all of their shit to match their shit and then just be a bit better. Like, just, anywhere them man now, put your shit there too, bro. And then you get those amazing like pictures of like war and shit where it's like the two opposing sides right next to each other, but they just there standing waiting for orders. Like, they both, you get the picture of like two soldiers separated by like some sort of barbed wire wall thing, just looking at each other, knowing that any second they can get the command to say that it's war, and they both have to kill each other, but they're just looking at each other. You get some people who like might fucking play like chess or checkers. You would get all of those little human interactions in it where they would like probably set up football teams and shit, and you would get like the Brazilian troops playing football against MAGA troops, and like just those little weird social media moments where it's like, it's war but there's a human side to it. But anyway, Brazil would have enough defenses around all of its borders as well as navy support. Argentina would have been drawn into the shit. So Argentina's borders would have been surrounded as well. And Argentina would have kind of played it in the same way that Italy played it in the Nazi days once Mussolini fell. Like, once he was like killed and shit. Italy kind of played it like, nah, we never really fucked with it like that, bro. Like, we never really, we like, that guy was cool with him and he was the boss, so we just did what he said. But nah, bro. Argentina would do that in it. Whatever leader was in place where Trump, MAGA country first started coming, that guy would be out of office and a new guy would come in and he would just be like, we don't fuck with none of that MAGA country shit. He would order all of the MAGA shit out of Argentina. He would just completely be like, yo, Europe and you, man, we with yours, so back us, fam. Back us, we with your, fam. So he would be like, Trump would be retreated really to like the states and the borders of Brazil. Do you get what I mean? But at this time, obviously, around the world, there's going to be little missions and stuff to try and get like little regions of the Americas, Mexico, Canada. Like, there's going to be little missions to try and get these like little areas back and shit. But the big war is going to be like fucking again the borders of Brazil. Trump is looking at the shit again. He told his bitch that the shit is over. She told him she hates him and she don't ever want to see him again, but she can't leave because it's wartime, innit? All the shit's fucked. He's tried to drink his way out of it, snort coke his way out of it, smoke his way out of it. He's tried to do all the drugs, all the shit. Nothing's numbing the shit. He's fucking. People are coming to him like, yo, we need an order. We need you to do something. We need to do something. It's like fucking. He's looking at the shit. He's like, you know what, yeah? You know what? Fuck it. Attack Brazil. Oh shit. Swear down. Attack him. Fuck it. Man send the order out to attack Brazil, bro. As soon as that big thing comes up, says, are you sure you want to do this? And you press yes, bro. You press yes. 10 seconds go by, fam. Notifications start pinging up, pinging up, pinging up, pinging up, pinging up, pinging up, fam. He getting calls and shit now. Secretary coming in saying like, yo, Europe is calling, China is calling, Russia is calling, this is calling, fucking Saudi is calling, like everybody's calling. He's like, bro, I'm not taking no calls, man. Fuck that. I'm not taking any calls. I'm not. Fuck that, bro. Yo, tell the DJ put the music back on, fam. Put the music back on. Yo, you lot, we're gonna have one more party and then shit's gonna get real, fam. So fuck it, let's go. I ain't taking no calls tonight, fam. I do no media tonight. Oh shit, a voice note.
Nah, man, I've enjoyed my time here, man. I like the twist you gave to the whole Hitler situation and just like taking a current twist on it. But yeah, man, love the talks, man, loving the talks. Yeah, just been following behind, to be honest, catching up half the time. Yeah, man. Nah, keep it up, bro. Keep it up. I'm liking this new feature still. I think you should therefore include it in your podcast once in a while. Just give us these kind of sessions. But yeah, blessings. Hope you're blessed. Yeah, man. Have a good rest of your evening. I'm gonna call it a night. But yeah, you take it easy and stay blessed, my brother. Stay blessed.
Appreciate you, broski. Appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? Nah, because it's just shit that I think about, innit? Do you get what I mean? It's just hypotheticals to make things make sense. So for the sake of the recording, I know that you've logged off now, but you can catch it on the YouTube anyway. Make sure you subscribe to that shit. Go listen to it on the YouTube once it's up and that. But I'm going to carry on the story just because it's still fresh in my mind, innit? But boom, the walls is closing in now. You know what I mean? Like, there's no money coming in, you know what I mean? Everyone stopped trading with the shit. MAGA country starting to dry up. People starting to fucking be like, yo, this guy is not the truth, bro. Like, yo, we need to figure a way out of this shit. People started to dissent, you know what I mean? There's dissent in the ranks. The fucking generals are fighting with each other. Like, shit's going mad in it. Your bitch come to him. It's like, yo, this shit's done. You lost this shit. This shit is over. We need to get the fuck out of here. Bitch, what the fuck you mean we? What do you mean we? Like, you tell me you don't like me, you don't love me, you've been fucking this nigga, fucking that nigga. What do you mean we, bitch? And he like, yo. She like, yo. You're the wagon that I hitched my shit to. Like, this is the decision that I made in it. Like, I could have got out of this shit plenty of times. You know how many different government CIA agencies and all that shit came to it? I could have got out of this shit many times. I could have stabbed you in the back many times. I could have betrayed you and given you up many times, but I didn't. I picked the losing horse. And now we have to get the fuck out of here. So just how I stood by you, fucking stand by me and get us the fuck out of here. And you're like, alright, cool. Because at this point, again, he don't know who he can trust. People, because again, you have to imagine Saudi, China, Africa, Europe. They're different government agencies. They're making deals with their generals. They do it like all this sort of shit's going on. So he's like, blood fuck. He's attacked Brazil now. Attacked Brazil. That's the notification to the rest of the world. Beef this nigga. Because the whole thing that was holding it up, the whole thing that was giving it like thing, Europe's point, because they're the main ones in the beef. Europe's point was like, bro, do not attack Brazil, bro. If you attack them, that's a declaration of war. And because it was dragging on for so long and shit, they kept just gassing it behind that because he didn't attack them. He just had his troops parked on the borders and shit. You know what I mean? So they could gas like public morale around Europe. I mean, because Europe at this point is being backed by China, they're being backed by Saudi. Russia already gives money to Europe because they're in business with everybody. But Russia didn't give any more money to my man at this point. Do you know what I mean? Because they watching this shit and they're like, this is a losing battle. He's not, like, MAGA country is not going to be able to win this, bro. Like, they're not going to be able to witness it. So fucking Trump, he declares war on Brazil, fucking calls Russia, demands to speak to, he fucking goes crazy on the phone, da-da-da-da-da. No, scratch that. He declares war on Brazil. The Kremlin call him. He'll be like, yo, what the fuck? I've been trying to call you, man. What the fuck? And he'll be like, Mr. Trump, we understand situation you're in is very difficult situation. It's we do business with rest of world, we do business with Europe, we do business with Africa, we do business with China, we do business with UAE. And you right now, Mr. Trump, are bad for business. MAGA is bad for business. So we cannot be seen to be giving you any aid or any public help. And so we have decided as a country we are going to withdraw 10% of what we were giving you. So you have to understand the 10%. So before, the funding that Trump was getting was 80% China, 20% Russia. China took all their shit back. And then Russia's just come and taken 10%. So now it's half of what he was getting. Do you get what I mean? So he's like, bro, you can't do this. You can't do this. Like, I'm going to lose this shit. He begging, he pleading, all that sort of shit. Mr. Trump, President Putin has assured he will look into situation, but oligarchs, they cannot be seen to do any business with you. Hang up the phone. He like, fucking hell, bro. Fucking, he got a handgun in the drawer. He drunk and he lit, bro. He fucking take the drink right to the head, pour it over his head and shit like that, and put the gun in his mouth, bro. I put the gun in his mouth and just hold it there for a second and just like, yo, I should just fucking blow my head out, bro, because I can't win this shit. And as he's doing that, fucking Ivanka walk in the room, bro. And he in his underwear, he fucking is pissed on himself in his socks, he got his belly hanging out, he got fucking this drink poured over his head, he got a gun in his mouth and he's just shaking and shit. And she just walks in the room and just looks at him. And she's just like, look at who you are. I want you to remember this forever. I don't want you to kill yourself, but I won't be sad if you do. And he's just looking at her, she's looking at him, and he closes his eyes, and he look like he's gonna shoot himself. And he take the gun out his mouth and he just shoot her, blood. He just shoot her, fam. And just runs over and says, bitch, better you than me. Fucking takes up all that shit, whatever, calls his right hand goon and says, yo, come through, I need to, yo, come get this bitch in it, come get this bitch. Right hand goons come through like, yo, sir, like, yo, listen, the streets are crazy right now, man. Like, we it's not really a way we can get the shit out of here. Alright, bro, fuck, What do you need to get the shit out of it, fam? I mean, we can a cargo ship maybe, but we have to. There's gonna have to be some way that we detained her because they're looking for her. So they're looking for her. Like we can't just dump this body. Like, alright, shit, man. Can we write a suicide note? What? Yeah, like this. Where's she shot? Like she shot in the like, fuck. Give me the gun, bro. The guy grabbed the gun. Fucking Donald Trump grabbed the gun out the guy's hand, bro, and put the gun in fucking Daddy Vanker's mouth, bro, and blow her head out, fam. Let's see, bro. See? Suicide, fam. It's like, so what about the gunshot here? It's like, bro, I don't know. She maybe tried to shoot herself before, it didn't work, she got scared, like, I don't know, bro. Suicide, bro, she killed herself, bro. Like, fam, bro, get me the fuck out of here, fam. Just get me the fuck out of here, bro. They fucking pack him up, all that sort of shit, get him through the secret tunnel, all that sort of shit. And so in the meantime, he's just going through the shit, realizing like, fuck, I lost this, bro. What's mad is that the one thing they said to me was don't attack Brazil, and I thought I could attack it, and I attacked it, and all of the shit imploded. Like, and it's over now. Like, it's done. I can't. There's nothing that I can do. Russia won't give me any more money because they can't be seen to be in business with me. China have embargoed me, and Europe have embargoed me. Therefore, Africa have, Australia have, Iceland have, all these. Like, it's done. But remember that 3 trillion that I pocketed before? This is Donald Trump. Remember that 3 trillion that I pocketed before? When I told China that I need trillions of them? Like, remember when I told them I need 8 trillion but I only need 5? Remember that shit that we pocketed before? Yeah, a lot of that shit, we spent that on secret tunnels. We put that money into businesses and properties, and we diversified it away from this shit, bro, just in case this shit imploded, fam. So, yo, I got a little place out there, you know, fam. And where were they dropping? Alaska, innit? No. It would be Confederate country, United States. That's where they would put him. But nah, because it's the states. But not Alaska. They'd put him out in Alaska. But there would be a compound that would basically, it would be like one of those forbidden spaces in it. Like, you wouldn't be able to enter a domain within like 10 or 1,000 kilometers in any direction. Like, anything that enters that kilometer can just get destroyed immediately. Like, anything that enters that, they've got, you know what I mean? He put that 3 trillion to use, bro, as an escape plan, fam. He pocketed that 3 trillion and he put it to use, like, bro, in case this shit don't work, I need to get out of here, fam. And he put the money into a proper escape plan, this is where we can go, bro. In fact, it wouldn't even be, what's that, bro? Hawaii. See, I'm trying to think, yeah. Cause I'm looking at like a world map right now, and there's like little dots on the map, like in the specific. Excuse me. There's little dots on the map around the Pacific Ocean, and then there's like little islands at the bottom of like South America and shit. Cause I'm thinking like they would put him in a place where he would have basically struck some sort of agreement with the Supreme Court beforehand that basically states that a certain region is just off limits, the same way that the North Pole and shit is like, you can't fly over there or go over there or do anything like that over there. It would be the same thing with like one of these shits. It's just there's a space and a land that has enough access to resource that is unavailable on world maps. It's like nothing near it. Anything that comes near it can be killed without any. It exists outside any jurisdiction. He would just set up a safe haven as an escape route, like for when this shit fall apart. And he would go there, fam. And they would have a thing where there's some nigga in his bunker who say that they him, bro. They get a couple prisoners that they locked up from, you know what I mean, that look similar to my man, bro. Get him in a fucking thing and fucking kill him with poison and then throw acid on the body and then burn and then this and that and just leave some remains, bro, and be like, that's him, bro. Throw all the fucking the Donald Trump suit and shit on him, all that sort of shit. Throw that on him, throw the fucking passport on him and shit. Like, that's him, bro. You know what I mean? And really, Donald Trump is out to his escape route, innit? Obviously, they would lose on the borders of Brazil. MAGA country would lose on the borders of Brazil. The victory for Brazil would galvanize the rest of the world in the fight against this shit. So Africa would be like, you know what, bro? Run it, fam. Yeah. We're gonna send some people out to you. You know what I mean? Like the rest of all of Europe would be like all of Western Europe would have been sent out. Everyone would have, because at this point it becomes like a clout thing. It's like, oh shit, if you're a country that's not seen as showing support to this thing, then you fucked up in it. Do you know what I mean? China wouldn't send any military or army, but China would be publicly seen as sending funding and shit. They would be publicly seen as running bread. Russia would, in the background, be preparing preparations to take all of their shit. Because Russia would have just been sitting back this whole time, watching all this shit unfold as the old man, watching all these young niggas run around, and be like, yo, in the midst of all this shit from the time Donald called him, all that, Russia's whole perspective would have been all these young niggas is going to kill each other eventually. China's a bit older, you know what I mean, but he's still younger than me. Do you get what I mean? It's like 2 generations below me. Like, all these young niggas are going to kill each other, and we're just going to go and take all the shit. So Russia would just, this whole time, which is why it wouldn't really have been reported like that, very minimally, like, but they would have just been slowly putting things in place to essentially just, when the shit goes left in Brazil, they realize what's now happened is that Europe has also surrounded the borders of Canada, the borders of the United States, and the borders of Mexico, which is all known as like MAGA country now. But like, they've surrounded the borders of that shit. Russia would just go in, put some business things through, buy a couple companies, do it. They would just have shit in place where when the shit goes left, a lot of those resources are going to come back to Russia. Do you know what I mean? So the battle for Brazil goes down. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, MAGA country goes crazy, but ultimately they're overcome because Brazil is backed by Europe, backed by fucking China. Sorry, Brazil is backed by Europe, who is backed by China, Saudi, and Russia, technically. Europe also, Africa also get involved and back it as well. The MAGA country is defeated on the borders of Brazil. From that point, war is then initiated on the borders of what were known as Canada and the United States and Mexico. So war is initiated across all of the borders of that shit. Because Brazil has been like safely defended. So it's like, oh shit. Because all of their main shit was in Brazil. Because again, you have to remember, man's cash flow got shut down time ago. So where he was buying all of the sickest weapons and all of the sickest shit, they spent a lot of the money on that shit. So they didn't have as much weapons, as much army, they didn't have as much shit. So when the whole thing with Brazil came down, he sent a lot of resources to Brazil. He sent like 65% of resources and shit down to the borders of Brazil. That meant that like 35 was left to cover the borders of Mexico, Canada, and the United States. So that's 35% split 3 different ways. That's like what, 11 point something percent each. Like, it's not really that much to be able to defend them. But at this point, Europe is surrounding their shit. Do you get what I mean? Europe surrounded them, just waited for because they're the cavalry, if you will. So Brazil is safely defended. Alright, cool. 65% of their shit wiped out. Cool. The green light is lit. They take back Canada, take back the United States, take back Mexico, run all their shit out, bro. So now the army is done. MAGA country, army is done. People have died out, all that sort of shit. People are fleeing now. It's all in ruins. People are fleeing, trying to get away, trying to get away, trying to get away, trying to get away. I guess what would happen is there would be a lot of escape routes. You know where man would go in all of this shit, like Trump and all that? You know where he'd actually go? Well, I realised it'd be Australia, fam. It'd be Australia, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines side of the world. He'd go there, and a lot of people would escape in that direction because they would just flee it. It's like, bro, the army's fallen. We can't do nothing. We was all with the shit, and it's fallen now. Y'all got the shit back. Russia would come in to plunge, take what they can take, the business they can take. Injunctions will be put on. You start having like the Treaty of Iran, the Treaty of Qatar, you know what I mean? All these sort of shits. And like, that's just like, in a nutshell, in a nutshell, what the story of Hitler shit was. It was a guy that was able to not only galvanize himself politically, but then galvanize that political party into like an army that tried to take over the world. That's the equivalent of the shit that we're taught in it. And it's just like, yo, I'm gonna be honest here. If anyone listens to this, bro, this is intellectual property that is owned by myself, bro. No one take this shit and try and make an idea out of this shit, because this is a fucking lit series, bro. This is a fucking screenplay. This is a series, bro. It's sick. It's a story of Hitler from Trump, bro. That's sick, fam. That's sick, bro. And the same way, like all these World War II things, where they don't really show Hitler, they sort of show him like ephemerally or every so often, because because it's other people doing shit. You can do that, man. This is a sick idea, bro. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, yeah. I'm not really gonna go anywhere else in the podcast. Man, I've got past 3 hours on this shit, bro. What the fuck? I hope you've enjoyed this shit, man. This has been fun. Like, I've just let my imagination kind of go in it. So, anyone that's listening, I hope you've enjoyed that shit, man. That shit was sick. That was sick. That was sick. This is a kind of episode that I would listen back to and just like get into and shit. You know what I mean? So now, big up to everyone that's tuned in. Big up to everyone that tunes in each and every week. You know what I mean? Like I said, our guy's slow. If we're putting it in football terms, our guy's Secret Life of Will has an injury, you know what I mean, that he's just going through the physio for, trying to get himself back right, back fully fit so he can play, you know what I mean, get back on the pitch and do his thing. So it's always big love to Secret Life of Will. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Go onto the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube page, OnlyMans Podcast, OnlyMans. That's one word. Podcast. It's one word. Type that in, you know what I mean? Get onto the OnlyMans Podcast. And yeah, man. Thank you guys very much for listening to this shit. If you got to this part, then you done good, man. You done good. This has been episode 88. Two fat ladies. You know what I mean? And until the next time we speak, I guess. Until the next time we speak, man. Peace.